Nix is not certain. He was certain against Tennessee, and then he messed up. Is he being too critical?
And just to be clear, you're talking about certain in his decision-making, not certain that he's a certain thing at the position.
Yeah, we're not going to do – and, man, Evans was so mad at me today and yesterday because – and then Mace. I don't know if you heard Mace on Orange and Blue today.
What happened with
Mace came out, and he's like, that's stupid to suggest Jarrett Stidham. Like, he just straight up said it. So Evans was all upset. I'm like, nobody's talking about Jarrett Stidham, dude. We're not going to do that.
It's not relevant. No.
Bo's in zero trouble. He's in zero risk of losing his job.
Ask the question. I mean,
not about Jarrett Stidham. Well, we just have to ask: is Bo certain? And if he's not, why is he not? Why is he not certain?
First, with the Jarrett Stidham, the reason, I asked the question yesterday to Zach because it's out there. I know for a fact, just like Zach, that Sean is not going Jarrett Stidham because he loves Bo.
He's not benching his Q.
Never.
His Q.
But you still have to ask the question because of what Jarrett Stidham did in the offseason and during preseason where he was really, really good. And he showed that he could be a quarterback that you can rely on if something happened to Bo. But I'm with you. It's about Bo Nix and the certainty with Bo Nix. He has to continue to gain the confidence back around him. All right? What I mean by that is people are confident in him, but he also has to be confident in himself because when you're confident in yourself, everybody starts to look at you. Now they get more confident because it's like, okay, you're ready to play. Mm-hmm. You're feeling it. We're feeling it too. Let's go out there and make these plays. And with Bo Nix, there is times where he's looking at certain plays and he's double clutching and he's not certain that he can make that play. And that's because he's thinking too much. That's because in the back of his head, he's like, I can't mess this up again because it has been something that's happened before where I'm throwing this ball, it's a bad ball, it's getting picked off. And that's just growing. It's growing up and understanding that not everything is gonna go right for you.
And I'll say this too. He needs to. Well, you asked me on Friday, and this was interesting. Phil, you asked me on Friday. You said, "What's the number one thing that Bo needs to adjust week over week?" When we were at the Buffalo Rose.
Yeah.
And I said, let's start with just calming down. He looks for 2 straight weeks heading into last week. He looks like he is just so tightly wound and you know who he looks like these last couple of weeks. And I'm maybe a little bit in the weeds and not NFL, but if you've watched Bryce Underwood, who's the number 1 recruit coming out of high school who committed to Michigan, the kid is a freak. Okay, I mean physically he's an NFL player right now.
And only a month older than Juju, by the way.
That's right. That's right. And but if you watch him, he's got all the physical gifts in the world, but he is passing the ball. He is not. This is a Joe Klatt-ism. He is not passing the ball. He's throwing the ball. He's throwing it, and it's
trying
like
to break people's hands.
Yes, and it's like no.
I've been through that a couple times.
Like that. No, you need to and I would correlate that to Bo. It's like you are throwing the ball. You need to pass the ball. There needs to be more accuracy, more touch. Not everything is a dart. There has to be some sort of mid-range jump shot. Everything right now is at the line of scrimmage or a deep shots.
Yeah.
And that's not sustainable. Maybe for a game, or 2, but it's not sustainable.
And it's deep shots to a spot where there's usually just one defender. And that's got me curious. Kev did the math because, of course, he's defending his guy, which, we have to, but we also have to ask the questions. Not the Stidham question, a terrible question. But when he said there's been 29 passes behind the line of scrimmage for Bo this year, 14 of those have been not screen passes. So 15 screen passes, 14 non-screen passes. Of those 14, I know at least a couple of plays from just this last contest where he's avoiding wide open, breaking in routes receivers.
Yep.
Trent Sherfield, wide open, doesn't look at him.
Yep.
Mims, wide open, doesn't look at him. So he can do this little flip behind the line of scrimmage. That's a Bo decision. That's not – a screen is a screen. You set it up. That's where you're going with the ball. You throw it in the dirt if it's not open.
Yeah.
But a swing pass? A swing pass is like 1, 2, 3, swing it.
But also,
he's going one and then swinging it.
Well, also because there's pressure being put on him.
Yeah.
It's zone with the pressure.
Offensive line is not.
So hold up now.
Not getting the pressure through.
That, there's sometimes there's a breaking route that's coming open, but if that's not the first or second read, are you expecting him just to be like, oh, let me just skip the read and go to the third?
Be certain in your play. Be certain, especially that Sherfield play. And if you know the route, it was a deep in cutting route. He's wide open. That's like a 20-yard gain. it's an easy pitch and catch, and instead he just bails.
I saw
playing
it
nervous
in the all 22. It was circulating on
certain,
social.
Yeah.
Be certain and know that route's coming open, and I just got to wait a half a second, and then
that's
bam.
the third route. That's the third read in the route.
The
Maybe even
offensive
fourth.
line is giving him time.
He is. They are. We're going to talk about the offensive line later on. So
Yeah.
I'm you know me. I'm going to defend Bo as much as I can. Now, Bo has missed on some big time opportunities. He's rushing some of his reads. He's looking at that fourth read instead of the third, like you just said. Like, it's like, let me just get it to my running back on the dump down because it's an easy pass. But isn't that something that we talked about with Bo? Make the easy passes at the beginning of the game just so that you can get maybe 3rd and 5 and not 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10. Isn't that what we're looking for Bo? And let him calm down, get in a rhythm. In order to get in a rhythm, you have to be able to stay your butt on that football field. You can't have 6 3 and outs and expect for Bo to start reading the third read and say, I'm going to hit him right off the bat. Like, you have to get in a groove and a rhythm for that to start happening and opening up for Bo.
But rhythm would be the last word I would use to describe this offense. And rhythm like Elaine and Seinfeld dancing. Like that.
I was going to say Steve Martin and the Jerk, but yeah, hey.
In that famous scene, there's no rhythm.
No.
There is no rhythm. And there's no flow.
Team full of Zacks, huh? No rhythm.
It is disjointed. It lacks
that on
fluidity. A huge part on Sean. Huge part.
Why does he say, and I think the most damning thing he said, don't give me the Super Bowl thing. I said Super Bowl 60 is theirs until it's not. Okay, and I'll stand by that. Oh, you said they'd win 13 games. Okay, yeah, but buddy, they're underachieving. Is it clear? But the most damning thing that Sean Payton said this entire offseason, it's not I love my Q, it's not Super Bowl, it's not he's going to be a top 5 quarterback next year. The most damning thing he said was we're going to be a problem, and we're going to get off to a fast start. 1 and 2 is not a fast start. 3 3 and out's not a fast start. 13 yards on 9 plays to open up the Chargers game is not a fast start. Sean is almost in a way nervous as well, overthinking stuff.
Well, he has called his shot to a degree that is so unusual in the NFL. I mean, it's so unusual where he was the conductor of the hype train, and in a lot of ways, because he has put that added pressure on the team and on Bo and on himself, it's like this has turned into all of a sudden, in my opinion. And I know Sean's not on the hot seat. I don't think there's any scenario where he's getting fired or anything like that. But it's self-imposed pressure. And I'll speak for myself. There is, to a certain degree, my view of Sean and this year, I mean, it's massive for the Broncos experience. It's just it just is. And he hasn't helped himself on non-game days. He hasn't helped himself on game days. So he was in the kitchen and turned up the heat on his own self. I remember Stephen A. Smith after the Super Bowl comments in July. Stephen A. Smith said, I have to be honest with you. He goes, Broncos winning the Super Bowl never crossed my mind. And that was like a lot of people. But Sean put it on folks' radar.
Yeah.
And it's like it's almost like a self-imposed ban, but it's like self-imposed pressure. But this is now 3 years in a row. This has been a slow starting team under Sean Payton. 3 years in a row. Is that a coincidence or is that a trend? I don't know. They're 2-10 against teams with a winning record.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You are.
Wait, are you counting Week 18 against the Chiefs?
No. Excuse me. They are. What is it? 1-9 against teams with a winning record. All right.
Not counting Week 18 against the Chiefs.
Not counting Week 18.
Right.
You look at the one possession games. I mean, you look at the head-to-head to Jim Harbaugh. Like, you start stacking it together, and you can be optimistic still about this season. I know I am. But while also simultaneously acknowledging, like, damn, that's a convergence of stuff coming together. Slow starts, getting dominated by Jim Harbaugh, one possession games, teams with a winning record. Like, that's extremely relevant NFL information. So Sean's under a bit of a microscope here moving forward. I think it's safe to say.
Or maybe Sean knows something we don't. Maybe he has the script. Maybe he has the script. But you're right, man. It's wild that Sean has called a shot, and it's not looking good as of right now. But there's a lot of time left to fix it all.
Yeah, a lot of time left still, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll say this, though. If the Broncos want to get this young season back on track, they need to fix one thing immediately, and we'll talk about it next.
Does Bo Nix shoulder the most blame for the loss to the Chargers?
Am I pinning it all on Bo? No, but you can't have it both ways. You can't, as a football fan or as a football media, talk endlessly about the importance of the quarterback, and then after a game like this say, well, what do you mean? It wasn't really Bo's fault. Can't have it both ways.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, fellas, if you're one of the guys out there that's dealing with low T, then go get it treated. And I'm here to tell you that Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic are experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They've successfully treated tens of thousands of men, and a lot of these men have seen amazing differences that those treatments can make in their life. If you're like a lot of these guys out there that are dealing with low T, within just a few weeks, you'll feel your energy return, the brain fog will go away, your sleep will improve, as will the workouts. And most of all, that sex drive that you've been desiring will be significantly enhanced as well. All you need to do is take the low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz full of yes or no answers. It takes 2 minutes to do, so it's easy. Then what you're going to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. And here's the thing, guys. I don't want any kind of excuses out there about how I don't know where to go or it's too far. There's 5 locations out there that can serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
It's Truck Month at Corwin Toyota. Drive home a new 2025 Tundra with rates as low as 1.75% APR for up to 72 months. Or lease a 2025 Tacoma for just $449 down and $449 a month. With a wide selection of trucks in stock, now's the perfect time to trade in and trade up. Visit us off Pearl Parkway or shop online at CorwinToyotaBoulder.com. Corwin Toyota, family driven for over 100 years. Proud sponsor of Colorado Athletics.
Say goodbye to your lawnmower and take back your weekends by replacing your old yard with Pro Green synthetic turf. Hey, Brandon Stokely here. You may have heard me talking about my Pro Green custom putting green and how it's made my weekend so much more fun. One of the main issues folks have with artificial turf is how hot it gets. Well, Pro Green invented a turf system with proprietary organic cooling materials that actually keeps your new turf lawn cool. It really mimics the look, feel, and temperature of natural grass. Call my friends at Pro Green today. 303-479-3967. That's 303-479-3967. Or you can find them online at progreen.com/Denver.
I just saw 2 houses for sale. Same neighborhood, almost identical, but one had an Orchard sign and it sold for way more. So I asked my friends at Orchard, why? The first house used a traditional agent. After weeks of price drops and frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard and got more. Their local Orchard agent didn't just list a home, they marketed it. They knew exactly which upgrades would attract serious buyers and brought in a pro to handle everything. And even more, with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, the homeowner moved into their new home before their old one even hit the market. They skipped all the hassles and showings. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard, the smarter, faster, hassle-free way to buy your new home, even before your old home sells. Start with Orchard's free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, AdvancedHair.com.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan brought to you by Flanagan Law.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Wednesday, September 24th in the year of our Lord 2025. Woo! What up, Phil?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
I'm great. Look, it's Wednesday. Hump day.
Hump day.
I'm here with you.
I love it.
I can't complain. How are you doing? Did you ice up from yesterday?
Did I ice up?
Did you ice up?
There was someone who, on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043, he's like, are you guys getting a divorce after today? I said, no, but we might get separated for a bit.
I might be downstairs.
Might get separated.
That's
man.
what happens to me. I get in an argument with my wife, and I know it's coming. It's like, you're not sleeping in the bed tonight. I'm like, yeah, I could argue with you about that because it's my bed too, but I'm not going to. I'll go downstairs. Don't worry. You just don't come downstairs.
The door's locked
The door's
from the
locked.
inside. Since you want to play. Oh gosh. Well, I'm fired up to be here, man. I think we have a fun show planned. And I said going into the last break, if the Broncos want to get this young season back on track, they need to fix one thing, and they need to fix it immediately. And I want to talk with you how fast they can fix this problem that they've had through 3 games, but make no mistake, it is a real problem. I'm talking about one of the most undisciplined teams in professional football. Here are some numbers that you need to know. The Broncos have given up 218 yards in penalties, Phil. 218 yards in penalties in 3 games. It's tied for the fourth most in the National Football League. The Broncos have already had 24 accepted penalties. That is 8 flags a game, just gashing your own self. But here's more context. They've had 6 flags declined. Like, no, thank you. We don't need your help. We did better off without you fouling us. What's 24 plus 6, Phil?
Was it 33?
Nope. Just stop at 30.
30.
30.
Come on, why you put me on the spot with the math?
Well, I thought 24 plus 6 would be right there for you.
Give me
And it's right here on the rundown. Goodness gracious. 24 plus 6 is 30.
There we go.
30 flags, Phil, in 3 games. An average of 10 flags per game. That is deeply disturbing, my man.
Oh, it's very disturbing. And it needs to change if the Denver Broncos want to get back on track, if the Denver Broncos want to be able to compete against the tough teams, the teams that are going to the playoffs. You have to play fundamentally sound and disciplined football. When you start to have a bunch of penalties, you need to start looking at each other, looking at what's going on within the lines, what's going on with each other. It's because when you start to have these penalties that are adding up, like the Hufanga one where you try to body slam somebody, which is just like you just don't do, it's selfish.
It is.
It's selfish football being played where it's like, I'm not thinking about my teammates. I'm not thinking about this game or the fans and how it can affect us. All I'm thinking about is myself. And maybe a player made me mad and I'm ready to retaliate. That can't be the case when you know that you're going to be in tough games throughout this year because it's a tougher schedule and it's the NFL. It's going to come down to one possession games. Don't give the opponent more opportunities, like for the Chargers. There was a couple times where the Chargers are getting ready to be down and out, getting ready to get off the field.
Yep.
You end up having that penalty. You keep Justin Herbert on the field, and now he makes you pay.
That's the Benito lining up in the neutral zone on a punt.
And all you have to do if you're Nick Benito, and next time I guarantee he will do it, just check with the ref. The referees are there to help you out. All right, like if you feel that you're offside, all you do is put your hand up.
That's all.
And the referee will give you the head nod or tell you to back up, and then you move on from there. That's simple as that. It's smart, fundamental football that needs to be played from here on out.
Well, it's not being played, and it's a huge part of the reason. Guys, this is a huge part of the reason. the Broncos are 1-2 and not 3-0. Because if they were just, Phil, if they were just middle of the road and not one of the worst, they're probably 3-0. You know, especially when you're talking about a flag deciding week 2. I mean, that's insanity. All right. 73 yards a game on average, Phil, they're giving up through flags. 73. So, like, the way, and this is just sometimes how my mind works, it's like, you think of the J.K. Dobbins run and how sweet that was in the most recent game, the first possession of the third quarter, where he pops to the outside. Yep. By the way, did you see who was blocking on that run?
Was it Mims or was it Pat Bryant?
Pat Bryant.
Okay, Pat Bryant, I was on that run, and Marvin Mims sealed the touchdown.
You're
block.
on it. Yes,
okay.
You're on it. You're literally on it. Pat Bryant blocking downfield. I just want to, because we haven't mentioned that yet, and we've been looking for explosive runs, and they got one, and it's a rookie who's doing yeoman's work downfield. But, like, when you're talking about 73 yards of penalties per game, like, the way my mind works, it's like, take Dobbins' run and almost double it. I mean, almost double it. That's what you're giving up in flags? That's insane. Here's what else is insane. 7 pre-snap penalties. Stuff's going to happen in football. I don't have, like, visions of grandeur where the Broncos are going to play games. There's not going to be penalties. There's pass interference. There's hands to the face. There's face mat. Like, stuff's going to happen.
Stuff's going to happen, and the Broncos need to continue to be aggressive, especially if you're a cornerback.
Yes.
Things are going to happen. You're going to get the pass interference calls, whatever. Just continue to play.
Yes, and we talked a little bit about that yesterday with Riley Moss. But at the same time, when you're talking about 7 pre-snap penalties in 3 football games, so more than twice a game on average, a play is dead before it's ever snapped for a veteran football team. And that's the most discouraging part about this dynamic. And I know we talked about this on Monday, on a Reaction Monday, but you look at the flags. I went back and looked at every single flag. There is one piece of yellow laundry that was thrown because of a rookie. 1 in 3 games. And that was a flag on Jade Baron. Troutman has 3 penalties in 3 games. Hufanga has 3 penalties in 3 games. PS2, multiple penalties. Sherfield, multiple penalties. Benito, multiple penalties. Cooper, Bowles, Owazarike, Wattenberg, Powers, JFM, Troy Franklin, Evan Ingram, Dobbins, Moss. These are all players with experience. They have to figure it out in a hurry. And I'll ask you, from playing in that league, how quickly do you think that you can not solve the issue, because, again, penalties are going to happen, but not like clean this up in a hurry?
Zach, you can definitely clean things up. It's about reacting and being smart while you're out there. Understanding that, like, hey, what's worth continuing to go through the whistle and what's worth, like, backing off of if you're Hufanga.
Sure.
Now, of course, like I just said earlier, there are going to be penalties where there's a hold during the play, or it's pass interference or roughing the passer. That's going to happen because it's football and everybody's going at each other at a high rate. But it's about playing smart football in your head. Understanding the down and distance, understanding that, hey, like, look, they're looking for that. There's a scouting report, too, on referees.
Totally.
So you're going into that game that week with the scout report saying, hey, this crew is going to call pass interference more than the crew last week. So we have to understand that we're going to have to play clean on the outside. Like, you're going through this every single week on the officiating crew that you're dealing with, but also within each other, you're going back and you're looking at film and saying, hey, fundamentally and technique-wise, what can we do better? And when it's coming from your vets, that means that they need to focus up more. That means that there needs to be more attention to detail for themselves, because now it's like if the veterans are doing it, the rookies and the young bucks are going to start to do it as well, because now it's like they're doing it, they're getting away with it, or they're not. But, like, this is who we're learning from.
Right.
And so it's about cleaning up, and it's attention to detail, and it's something that throughout camp Sean Payton has done a really good job of, is stopping practice and explaining things.
I thought so.
But I guess they're going to have to do it a little bit more throughout practices during the season, where it's like, hey, guys, I know you guys already know this, but let me reiterate it to you so we can stop getting penalties and letting the opponents have more opportunities on the football field.
Yeah, these games are hard enough to win.
Man.
They're hard enough to win. You're fighting a 2-front war. You're trying to beat an undefeated Colts team, an undefeated Chargers team, while simultaneously beating yourself. I can't believe they were actually in both of these games on the very last play with this kind of undisciplined nature. All right, we need to talk, Phil, about the mixed reviews on the Broncos offensive line coming up next.
Do the Broncos have a problem that goes beyond the playbook?
Your football team is undisciplined. Figure it out. Last year, you told the Carolina Panthers, play better, right? When you wanted to rub their nose in it. Hey, Sean, coach better.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here to tell you you need to put an emphasis on playing golf in Aurora this fall. Guys, my friends in Aurora have you covered. They have what you need. I'm talking tee times. Check. Beautiful golf courses. Check. Restaurants for after-round fun. Check. Look, I enjoy leaf peeping every fall. There's no doubt about it. But instead of heading up to the mountains, guys, I'm heading to my local Aurora golf courses. Spring Hill, an executive course, but you'll still use every club in the bag. Aurora Hills, the original OG Aurora course. Meadow Hills, former country club. I love the tree-lined fairways at Meadow Hills, and you will too. Saddle Rock, my personal favorite. Right near my house, I'm there all the time. A High Plains links-style course. And then finally, Murphy Creek, a prairie links layout that you're going to love. All right? So go follow Aurora Golf, all right, on Facebook, X, and Instagram at Golf Aurora CO. And then for more information and to book a tee time, visit them at golfaurora.com.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Whether it's kickoff, halftime, or the final drive, fuel your football season at Dickey's Barbecue Pits. Order the 2 can dine for $29.99 deal. 2 meat plates stacked with pit smoke flavor. Or go for the new triple play combo. A classic sandwich, savory side, and a big yellow cup for just $12.99. No matter who you're rooting for, great barbecue is always a win. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, legit. Texas barbecue.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. It's football season, and did you know that I am the reigning fan staff champion in the King Supers Football Pick'em? Yep, Stokely, Schlereth, Zachby, Cecil Lemmy, none of them can hang with the judge when it comes to football. Just like those made-for-TV lawyers can't hang with me in the courtroom. When you've been hurt in a car accident, you want the real deal, which is what you get when you call 303 Law 4040. Not some made-for-TV character. When you call 303 Law 4040, you speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly, not some call center overseas. And you get to meet with us in person for free. We never take a dime unless we win for you. Plus, no ridiculous fees like those TV characters. You were the one that was hurt, so the doctors and the lawyers shouldn't take all the money. So go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040, 303-LAW-4040.
Mike Evans here for Copperhead Plumbing. Your home doesn't have to flood before you know there's a problem. With the Mow and Flow Smart Water Shutoff System, you can monitor your home's water usage in real time right from your phone. You'll get notified the moment a leak starts. Trust Copperhead Plumbing for professional installation. Ask about installing a Mow and Flow system today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
International Hot Rod Association and Durana Hybrid, where the roar of the engine meets the torque of the wrench. Building champions on the track and in the trades. Get your tickets at IHRA.com.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We need to talk about the mixed reviews of the Denver Broncos offensive line.
Let's get to talking.
Let me just ask you, without looking at numbers or stats, because we have some analytical stuff that we'll get into, just like your human football eyes, you've watched 3 football games, how would you summarize the Broncos offensive line?
Not as consistent as they should be all around. Not just pass blocking, but also run blocking as well. That's what I'm looking at. Is like, can you put it all together? You're the second highest paid unit in the league. And yet at times it looks like when you're protecting the pass, you're doing a good job. But when it's time to run the ball on first and second down, you're either getting loss of yards or it's stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And then sometimes it's like, oh, it opens up. So it's very inconsistent. And I don't know if that's the offensive line. I don't know if that's the blocking scheme or if it's just like not being able to get in a rhythm because there's so many damn 3-and-outs. You know, it's a little bit of a mixture of both. But when you're talking about the offensive line, it's just very inconsistent all around, Zach. That's my take on it. What about you?
I would co-sign what you just said. I mean, sometimes it looks like, even in a couple of the runs, the explosive runs, it's like, wow, Ben Powers, pulling from left to right and springing R.J. Harvey in week number 1, creating that massive hole for J.K. Dobbins in week number 1 as well, capping off that same drive. Running off Bowles on the left side this past week with Dobbins with some help downfield from Pat Bryant, looks good. But on a down-to-down basis, I'm not impressed, particularly, and it sounded like you were going down this road too, particularly with the run blocking, just mano-a-mano and just winning up front. Oftentimes we'll walk away from these games and say, did we feel him? Despite the stat sheet, there'd be games where Michael Porter Jr. had, 15, 16 points, but did you actually feel him? When you needed to, or was it empty calories and the stats?
That's how you do even with the running back position, right? You look at a running back. Let's say Melvin Gordon has 100 yards, but did you feel that? For me as well. Look at you smiling.
I have to. Sorry.
Did you feel me throughout the game, or was it just that one play I had where it was a 65-yard touchdown, and now I have 80 yards on the day on 10 carries, but we know that I had a 60-yard touchdown, but the rest of those carries may have been 1 or 2 yards. That's not feeling a running back. And for offensive line, like you just said, are you moving these defensive linemen? Are you getting up to the second level? Are you looking like the Detroit Lions going up against the Baltimore Ravens?
What a thing of beauty.
Monday night.
What a thing of beauty. Or really, if we're doing this job in Indianapolis following the Week 2 Colts win, we're coming in there and saying the Colts just basically what we said, just the inverse of it. Because I was like, that defensive front seven got pushed around by those guys from Indianapolis. I have not felt that presence yet, especially in the run game with this group. And I don't know why. I don't know why we don't. And it feels like things have been flipped. And I'm going to talk out the other side of my mouth because I screamed to you for 9 months about the lack of explosive run plays. And now we have 3 of them in 3 games. But yet, still on a drive-by-drive sequence, it's like, why can't they get the run game going? And then they'll pop one, and it masks or reshapes the yards per carry and stuff.
it begins with having an identity as an offense, which is like, okay, find your identity as an offense, but then it goes deeper. Identity as a blocking scheme. Are you an outside zone team? We talk about this all the time. Are you a power team? Now, of course, it seems like Sean wants to do a mixture of both. But in order to do that, you have to get good at one of those blocking schemes. It seems like they want to be an outside zone team, so let's run it a little bit more because it will set up the play action. That's what you're looking for, right? If you're Sean, you want to pass the ball, well, you have to get the outside zone going. In order to do that, you have to stick with it long enough. In order to stick with it long enough, you have to be on the field long enough. So I think a lot of these issues, Zach, have to do with not being on the field long enough to sustain and not sustaining drives to get in a rhythm. Like for Bo Nix in the quarterback position, everything is about rhythm.
Yeah.
Everything is about getting into the groove and the flow of things, understanding these linebackers and defensive linemen and what they're going to do throughout the game. You start to kind of play long enough, you start to see tendencies. Now it's like, okay, this next time I know what he's going to do, let's trap him here, and now there's going to be a big-time gash later on throughout the game. It's setting up big plays throughout the game, but it starts with sticking with the run, having an identity within the run game, and you go from there. But also, it's the double teams too. It's the up front with Ben Powers. It's up front with Quinn Miners. What are you guys doing to help this running back out? What are you guys doing to help this offense out?
Well, I'll just say this, and this is not very, scientific. When I watched the Broncos offensive line through 3 games, I would not know that some of these guys have all-pro status in their past, and I would not know they're the second highest paid offensive line in football. I wouldn't walk away with that conclusion. On certain plays, singular plays, they can look the part, but it's the NFL, and I would expect on singular plays once in a while them to look the part. But, man,
Out of all the linemen, which one in the last 3 games has frustrated you the most? Has been maybe the most inconsistent out of all of them? We know one's very, very consistent right now.
You're talking about Bowles?
I'm talking about OGB, the GB zone. He is doing a phenomenal job.
He is.
Pass blocking, doing better in the run game. I mean, he just has it going on. He's in a rhythm. He's in a groove, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of him just because of just being his teammate
Sure.
and knowing what he's been through.
Sure.
And the consistency from first he was being consistently bad to really freaking consistently good. And it's insane just the turnaround and what he is doing. And he's just in a groove, and it's fun to watch.
Well, to add on to the point that you just made, there's a combined score out there between Pro Football Focus's offensive line grades and also taking into account a completely separate outlet, ESPN's pass block win rate, and just averaging the 2 scores from these 2 different outlets. Garrett Bowles is one, he has allowed the lowest pressure rate among left tackles with at least 100 protection snaps this season, allowing pressure just 1.9% of the time. But that combined score for the offensive line, they are grading out as the best pass blocking team in the entire NFL. But to go back to your question, so that's healthy, what I just said, but
Yeah,
the run
very
defense,
healthy.
not so much. Man, I don't know. I haven't thought about that, and I really haven't sat. This conversation for me is just based on gut reaction of watching these games 2 different times. I haven't really sat there and watched just the offensive line, to be quite honest with you, but I will say this. I would not know, if I were to phrase it the same way I just did 2 or 3 minutes ago, I would not know through 3 games that Quinn Miners was first-team All-Pro. I just wouldn't know that. How about you? Who
for
have
me,
you been?
and it's I look at the game differently sometimes, Zach, because I was a running back. So
Sure.
the first thing that goes to my mind after a run is like, what did the offensive line do? Not
Yeah.
blaming them, but like,
Yeah.
what did they do to help me out? Or what could I have done to help them out?
Can I just can I maybe guess your answer?
Yes.
Are you going to say Ben Powers?
No, I'm not going to say Ben, although Ben has struggled a little bit.
Because it seems like a lot of times the run is getting blown up on the left
and
side of the line.
When it's being blown up like that, that means that the center, because they're doing a lot of pulling. And when you have somebody that gets blown up in the backfield on a pull, that means the center is not getting to that defensive tackle soon enough. So you could say Wattenberg as a guy that's like, hey, like, look, man, you have to be a little bit more stout in the run game. But the guy I'm thinking of is McGlinchey. because every time I look around, McGlinchey is always on the ground, whether it's a run play or a pass play. And at some point, it's like McGlinchey does a lot of talking, but you have to also do a lot of moving too. If you're going to talk as an offensive lineman, I need to see you moving these pass rushers out of the way. I need to see you getting to that second level. That's how you have more explosive runs. Although McGlinchey is not doing a horrible job, he is not as consistent as he should be as a veteran right tackle. So for McGlinchey, if he's listening to this, it's like, hey, go out there and do your job, but you need to do it more times than not, and you have to be more consistent. Garrett Bowles is a lot more consistent than people are giving him credit for.
He's killing it right now.
That long 41-yard run from J.K. Dobbins, that was off the left side.
It was.
Majority of the more explosive plays are coming from the left side. If you're McGlinchey and you hear that, you should be offended. We should be able to run left and right. But right now, when you're running right, it's stagnated. You're getting blown up right before you can get going. That's an issue. Mike McGlinchey needs to start moving people instead of just sitting there taking it.
All right.
Being real.
No, I like it. I like it, and it's something to keep an eye on here moving forward into this a young season still. Okay, Dion and the Buffs have a huge matchup this weekend for more reasons than one. That's next.
Have the Broncos already revealed a troubling trend in the first month of the season?
Get the Broncos in a close game and they'll beat themselves. Broncos will Bronco eventually.
They haven't been able to close out games, and that's what good teams do. Good teams find ways to win both of those games, and then you're sitting at 3-0. It's frustrating because you look up and you look at where you could have been, and now what do you have in front of you?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Rich Lawn. Fall is coming soon. That means two things: football and keep my lawn healthy and beautiful. How do I do that? An application of Colorado-made Rich Lawn Pro Rich Winterizer in September helps my lawn recover from the heat and stress of summer, keeps it greener longer into the fall, builds a strong root system, and provides green up earlier in the spring. So be like me and have the best stinking lawn in your neighborhood. Get Pro Rich Winterizer today at your favorite garden center. Tell them Mark sent you. Visit richlawn.com to find a dealer near you.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. And here's the kicker. When you work with both American Financing and their partner American Home Agents, you can receive a credit on closing costs of up to 1% or a max of $10,000 on your home loan. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, it's time to step in, and American Financing is the place to start. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home with as little as 3% down, and with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. Pick up the phone, call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
This is Dr. Joel Chernak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. If you've struggled with weight loss, it's time for something real. We use GLP-1 medication medications from licensed U.S. pharmacies at full strength, never from unknown or online sources. Your program is overseen by a real doctor with in-clinic care and telemedicine options. Best of all, we're offering a free consultation so you can get started risk-free. Experience real weight loss results for under $300 a month. Visit DenverRegen.com to book your free consult. That's DenverRegen.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This is Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. If you've been seriously injured in a truck or car wreck, you want Wilhite. We've been voted best personal injury law firm for the last 3 years in a row. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com and win big with Wilhite.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Dion and the Colorado Buffaloes have a huge matchup this weekend.
Talk to me nicely now, Zach.
Oh.
Talk to me nicely.
CU, they need a Big 12 win. They need a Big 12 win. This is, I think, as attainable of a win on the schedule for about the next month. And would you agree with that, by the way?
Yeah, I'm not going to have a lot of pushback on that. I mean, you got TCU coming up. You got Iowa State. I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, 3 ranked opponents in 3 straight weeks, with the least among them, air quotes, in terms of ranking, is number 25 BYU at home. You have to go to TCU. And when Iowa State is coming here, I mean, that is just, that program right now is just humming. And they're the 14th ranked team in the country. This puppy right now is under a 7-point spread. I think it's about 6.5. Well, Dante will check it real quick. So you need a Big 12 win. This seems as likely as any on the horizon over the next month. And also, if you want to lean into it, and I don't know if you would, but this is a team that beat you like a drum in the Alamo Bowl. They say, remember the Alamo? They say, remember the Alamo? You don't want to remember that Alamo.
No, you don't.
36-14.
Yeah, and the thing about that is I can't say there's context to it because our star players were playing. Shador was playing. Travis Hunter was playing.
Yeah.
And they just weren't ready for that moment and got that ass handed to them. And I did too, 2016, going against Oklahoma State. We got handled too. So that has to change. But you're right. If you're Coach Prime, you're looking at this like this is a get-back game. This is a chance for you at home at Folsom Field at night where the Folsom Magic is to pick up a conference win, Big 12 conference win, and beat a ranked opponent.
Well, what an opportunity. Is Dion at all leaning into the payback status of Saturday night's game?
No, they mean a lot. Every game means a lot. This conference game means more. But, yeah, it's not like we ain't with that get-back stuff. I ain't with that get-back stuff. I'm with that let's get them stuff. So they played their butts off, kicked our butts in the bowl game. Now we have a whole new team. They have a similar team as well with a new management, new quarterback. And it's a good team, well-coached team, disciplined team. We got to be a lot more disciplined, not some of the pass interference, the PIs that we had and the stupid penalties that we had, unnecessary roughness. We got to stop all that foolishness and play a consistent game, prayerfully penalty-free.
Doesn't seem like Dion's really he's kind of dismissing, the payback status of the game.
Yeah,
not saying it's right or wrong.
No, it's a coach move. All right, it's about the now. It's about this team and understanding that it's a whole new, different team. You don't have Shedeur Sanders. You don't have Travis Hunter. You don't have two other elite receivers to lean on. But you do have a talented team that you have to have ready to play against BYU, who is going to be fundamentally sound and playing really good, disciplined football.
Totally.
And Coach Prime knows that, and he respects it. And he's going to make sure that his team understands that. They have to have a great game plan. They're going to have to be physical. And when you look at it on paper, Colorado has a more athletic team. I say more playmakers than BYU. But can you limit the penalties? Can you make those big-time plays? Can you stay on the field as an offense? And defensively, can you stop the damn run?
Well, we'll go over some of those numbers tomorrow because we have some good stuff, like just head-to-head matchup stuff that we'll really start diving into on a Thursday. Caden Salter.
The man, the myth, the legend, although you got to take the number 3 off. You got to get number 4 on him.
Oh, that's
we got to get him in number 4.
Yeah, and we talked about that earlier in the season. I mean, you can't wear Shedeur's number, but you can wear Darian Hagan's. Okay.
Yeah,
here is Deion Sanders talking about the biggest difference in Caden Salter start over start.
Certainty. You're going to run. If you're going to throw. Certainty, not, I don't know what I'm going to do. Running with a confidence like I'm running, not running, I'm going to get hit. He made up his mind to do what he needed to do, and he did it. Like whatever, the Bible says, whatever your hands find to do it with all your might. And we're hoping that we have a consistency, and not just Caden, but everyone. Do it with everything you got. And I think you just seen a kid just hit another switch and say, I got to get this together, and I got to play up to my ability.
Well, we'll see if he can do that on Saturday night on ESPN, 8:15 kickoff. Folsom is going to be going crazy. And I have a question to ask you, and I want to ask Drew as well. Two Colorado guys.
You trying to pick on us?
I'm not trying to pick on you at all. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, Zach Biden not picking on us. Interesting.
You have 3 ranked opponents in a row.
Yeah.
Okay. If I guaranteed you 1 win in the next 3 weeks, would you take that deal right now, or would you roll the dice and try to go 2-1?
I'm rolling that dice.
Phillip.
I'm rolling the dice. Here's why. Coach Prime is getting paid a lot of money, $10 million a year, to go out there and have his team ready to play every single week. All right, every single week. The Big 12 is wide open. We thought Utah was going to be this super tough team, and they got blown out by Texas Tech. Now, I don't want to diss Texas Tech. I know. $25 million.
Oh, my gosh, that team right now.
That roster is $25 million.
Who they are up front is going to be a problem for everyone they line up against.
But let's give BYU, for example, BYU hasn't played a bunch of hard games yet.
No, they haven't.
So we really don't know who BYU really is just yet. Colorado's the exact same way. They're 2-2. You're starting conference play. All it takes is for you to finally have confidence in your team, but also confidence in your quarterback. You talk about a solidified quarterback. That, for the Buffs, I'm not saying that Caden Salter is the greatest quarterback, but he's a solidified quarterback here.
Solidified quarterback here?
Yeah, as long
Phil,
as they're winning
He's
games.
already been pulled out of the lineup.
That should have never happened.
But you can't call him solidified if he's already been pulled and we're going into week 5.
He's going to be moving forward, Zach. He's solidified. The only way that he's not is if they're losing games and it's the end of the year and you want to give Juju his shot.
All right.
But what I'm talking about is you can at least go into these games knowing that Caden Salter is going to be your quarterback. Not Ryan Staub, not Juju, but it's Caden Salter. So I'm going to roll the dice and see what Caden Salter can do with more reps.
All right, Drew.
And the defense, that's going to be more improved as the year goes on.
All right. Drew, if I guaranteed you 1 win in the next 3 weeks and you get to knock off a top 25 opponent and go 1-2, would you take it?
Given how good I think those 3 teams in BYU, TCU, and Iowa State are, I would take that 1 win for sure.
We don't know about BYU yet, Drew. Let's not respect
We
them
don't,
too
but we
much.
sure as hell don't know about Colorado yet.
Oh, that's true, too.
But also,
So-
but if you don't know about BYU and you don't know about Colorado, you still got to be on Colorado's side.
I can't do it.
Dante, real quick, fire away.
If Caden Salter played as well as he did against Wyoming, against Georgia Tech in the first game, do you think CU wins that game?
Yes. Yep. I do. And I didn't even think he needs to throw for 300 yards. I think he needed to run more. That's me. We'll see how it looks. I believe CU has beaten one top 25 opponent under Deion Sanders. I think it's just one. Do you remember who it was? TCU. First game of the experience.
Week 1.
When they were number 17th in the country, and obviously they had a poor season that year. Didn't age like the win we thought it was, but that was a hell of an afternoon down there in Fort Worth. 45-42. Shedeur Sanders throws for 510-yard school record in his first game. But since then, it's been snake eyes. So we'll see how it goes on Saturday night. What an opportunity. All right, what do the computers say about the Broncos' current playoff probability after blowing it in back-to-back weeks? Also, how about their current projected win total? That's next.
To help the Broncos turn things around, does Sean Payton need to simplify things on offense?
Hey, we're trying all this new stuff on offense. How'd that work out? You're 1-2. Hey, we're mixing in a bunch of personnel packages. How'd that work out? It's not working. So if you can simplify things, help out Bo, run the ball just a little bit more, get something from RJ Harvey, you're going to need more contributions from the players and the talent that you've assembled this offseason.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
It's your last chance to take advantage of EV federal tax credits at Siltar Motors. This month, get the all-electric F-150 Lightning or the head-turning Mustang Mach-E with 0% interest for 72 months or lease credits up to $11,000 off. Check out their current selection of EVs at sthmotors.com to get the EV you want before they are gone. Siltar Motors has got the best location, the biggest EV selection in Denver, and the most competitive pricing in Colorado. Siltar Motors will deliver everything you want out of a dealership.
At Tallgrass, we're proud to support the Rockies, the mountains, and the team. Learn more about affordable energy for all at tallgrass.com. And go Rockies.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
It's next man up in Boulder as Coach Prime and the new look Buffs return to action at Folsom Field. Tickets are on sale now, so get loud and cheer on CU as the Buffs battle for a Big 12 title. Tickets are still available for the Buffaloes home matchups against BYU, Iowa State, Arizona State, and more. Lock in your seats by visiting cubuffs.com/tickets or by calling 303-492-8282. Join the action of another exciting season at Folsom Field with your Colorado Buffaloes.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks, at 303-425-0985. Ductworks complete ventilation cleaning packages, scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt, dust, and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
I do. Everyone does. But even the best deal in the market becomes high if rates fall in the future. So now what? Go through all the expense again? No. Just go to U.S. Mortgages and get our trademarked lowest rate for life product. It allows you to get your savings today and lock in at below market rates like our 4.75 5-year fixed that has a 5.89 APR.
Wait, 4.75% 5 years fixed?
Yes, and even if the market does improve further, great. We redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee, and there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. So stop waiting for rates to get better and wasting money. Lock in your savings now and know you're 100% protected with lowest rate for life. Call 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com. Rate must be locked by 9/16.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than Deion Sanders changes quarterbacks.
Oh, no more. Didn't you just hear me? Solidified. Payton Salter.
Do you want to have that one back? Did that come out wrong?
Yeah, it did come out wrong. Because I'm not sitting here trying to say that Payton Salter is like Shedeur Sanders or some of these other quarterbacks in the Big 12. What I'm saying is for the Colorado Buffaloes, he's the best option.
Yep.
There's no reason to continue to change quarterbacks when you know Payton Salter is the guy that can that can win you the most games as of right now. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
He's solidified for Colorado, the Colorado Buffs right now.
For this week, he's solidified.
No.
He's solidified for this coming Saturday night.
As long as Colorado has an opportunity to go bowling, he is going to be the starting quarterback for this team. Now, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. If Colorado ends up getting beat and they're no longer bowl eligible and they have a couple games left.
Yeah, I agree with this.
Then we go with Juju.
Yep, I agree with this.
Go with Juju, give him the experience, the reps. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, well,
are you hearing me now?
I'm hearing you.
All right.
I'm hearing you. Okay. I want to get into. So we've been doing this segment every day or every week during the NFL season as long as we've been together, and years before that doing the same segment, and that is just on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and I think past couple of years we've done it on a Tuesday, or maybe it is Wednesday. Doesn't matter. We look at what the simulations are saying, like the updated simulations. And for years, I have used the New York Times in conjunction with The Athletic. And they do these projected win totals and playoff probability. And they've had, in the years past, like a playoff probability calculator that you've been able to like click on, okay, what does it look like this coming week in a win or a loss? Phil, I don't know why that tool is no longer available. I don't know why.
Maybe you have to pay extra money.
I did last year. That's how we got it.
And so you still can't do it.
No, it's not available on their website. And I don't know why. Now, they may be just waiting until they have more data. And after 3 weeks of football, it's just too early to start doing that. But they're missing the boat because these other websites are doing it. And ESPN does this as well. Now, you can't do the calculator where you can play with wins and losses and stuff and like game theory it out. But they have basically what we need outside of that interactive tool. So here we go. This is ESPN's Football Power Index, their FPI. You guys see it all the time on ESPN.com, on the TV shows. It's their own proprietary tool. They own it, okay? And it's the same thing as these others. They basically collect every football data point known to man, and then they simulate the season thousands and thousands of times. Okay.
What are the Denver Broncos looking like as of right now?
Projected win total is currently 8.7 wins. 8.7. That is the current projected win total. And obviously it's 8.7 because there's just a lot of data. And so they're not just going to say 8. It's actually closer to 9. 8.7. That's currently where we're at with this team after these missed opportunities here the last 2 weeks.
And I know you've said it already, like it's early. We're going into week 4.
Yep.
Things are going to change no matter what, for the good or for worse for the Denver Broncos. We'll find out. 8.7, though? When there's so much football to be played? And we have a pretty light schedule after the next 3 games, 2 games. You got Cincy, you got Philly.
Yep.
And then after that,
it's the Jets and Giants.
Yeah, the load lightens a little bit.
Yeah.
And 8.7. I can't get with that one, man.
And see, this goes back to, and I understand why you would bristle at that. Like, what? Like 8.7? But this goes back to what I was saying before the season ever kicked off. And I don't know if you remember this exact conversation, but I remember coming in here saying, I would be called a hater if I had the Broncos at 9-8. Yet, the Broncos win total from the odds makers is 9.5. And the projected win total before we ever started was like 9.4 or something like that. And now they're 1-2. I understand why, again, you would bristle at like 8.7, like, whoa, no. But it does make sense to me. You know, if you had a win total of 9.5 when you were 0-0, and now you're 1-2, and it's 8.7, just under 9.
But
it makes sense to me why it's currently 8.7.
So it makes sense to you because are you going off the odds makers or are you going off of what you see out there on the football field now?
I'd say a little bit of both. The offense is not good. The run blocking is not good. The special teams has been mostly bad. And you're one of the most undisciplined teams in professional football. So, you know.
I forgot one thing. Bo Nix has not been good.
Hasn't been great. Hasn't been good, really. Honestly, he's in the bottom third of quarterbacks.
Very
almost
inconsistent. Very inconsistent right now, and we know that. But come on, like I'm looking at it differently now. I don't pay attention to the odds makers as much because as a player, I used to get mad at it.
Sure.
Like, why are you guys telling us who are in this locker room that this is what it's going to look like? But it's different because we're players. We're in the trenches.
But this also from ESPN has nothing to do with the odds makers. I just brought the odds makers into it because it syncs up with what they're saying.
And all I'm saying is we have a reasonable schedule getting ready to come up after these next 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Monday night, we should be able to handle business, and we'll discuss that in a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I'm looking at it as Sean, and yet again, has done a lot of talking. You have, on paper, a defense that's supposedly really, really good, which I still believe is really, really good. Then they have to get their act together. They have to play disciplined football, but it's there. And the offense that's still able to hang in these games, and they're not doing well. That's what I'm leaning laying my head on is the offense is not looking good, but yet we lost 2 games after the seconds ran off the clock.
Yep.
Insane.
And that's definitely a fair way to look at it. And it might be the right way to look at it, to be completely honest with you. So the offense has been disjointed. Your quarterback is a bottom third quarterback in the NFL by almost every metric. You're one of the most penalized teams in all of football. We did that in the first segment of the show at 2:15. If you missed that segment, you need to hear it, or you can hang tight. We'll talk about it again in an hour or so. But you were still in a position to win both those games against 2 teams that are really good.
Yeah.
By the way, both teams the Broncos have lost to haven't lost a game yet. They're a combined 6-0, and the Broncos had them, and they let them off the hook. If I could go Denny Green. They had them. They had them both, even despite all that calamity and chaos. You were still in a position to win to the point where you were trailing in either fourth quarter until there was no time left. Should be impossible. Somehow it's real. So I think the way that you're looking at it is the right way, to be honest with you.
And that's why I was like, 8.7, no. There's still a lot of football to be played. And when I go and I look at the schedule and I say, all right, wins or losses, I still see a team that can win at least 10 games.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe even 11 if they can get a couple green lights here or there.
I'm going to stay at 10 right
All
here.
right. Well, 10 games is still really, really good.
It is. And that's what I had the Broncos. And I remember having these conversations saying there's this scenario where they could be 10 and 10. Or 10 and oh my goodness, 10 and 7.
Sounding like me now.
10 and 7. Not win the division. Go to the playoffs, lose in the first round, and we walk away and still say, you want to know what? There was growth in that season. There'd just be more a believable football team in a way that they weren't a year ago.
Like you lost me after the 10 wins. I got you, but after you started explaining your thought process, you lost me.
So are you still have eyes on the division?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It's early.
You told me it was a must win though.
It is a must win.
No. They lost the must win
for sure. But
how could it be a must win if?
But you look around and what the Raiders look like. You look around and what the Chiefs look like. Yeah, the Chiefs were able to beat the Giants.
Yeah.
But they don't look good. The Raiders.
And they have Baltimore this week, by the way.
See?
Cannot wait.
But then again, Baltimore's getting beat too.
I hope both teams somehow lose.
And the Raiders are in the exact same situation as the Broncos and the Chiefs.
It's true.
The only team right now are the Chargers. But at some point, the Chargers are starting to lose a lot of their starting players. A lot of their offensive linemen are going down. What do they look like in week 7 or 8 if they can't stay healthy? This is where, for the Denver Broncos, you have to continue to stay healthy. And, yes, for the last 3 years, Sean Payton has started the season off slow, but as time built up, the Denver Broncos got stronger.
That's true.
They peaked at the right times. So that's what I'm looking at as well. It's like, hey, things aren't looking good right now, but it's at the beginning of the season. Once we hit some of these games, if we can get this win against Cincy, if we can find a way to pull out a win against Philly, which is doable.
It is doable.
And then you have a lighter schedule. That's where you have to start picking up the pieces.
They don't even really have to win that game against Philly. All right, and I want to talk about the schedule here in a second. Let's continue to, because I want to really look at the next month of football, just the same way that we did with the Buffs here. But let's get through some of these numbers here. Just told you, and if you're just joining us, the current projected win total, according to ESPN's Football Power Index, where they take every data point known to man that the game of football has, and they simulate this season thousands of times, the current projected win total is 8.7. Now let's talk about playoff odds, playoff chances, playoff probability. The current playoff probability for the Denver Broncos is 48.5. 48.5. Let's just say 49 because we round up, right? 49% chance, just under, basically a coin flip, but just under 50%. Fair?
It is fair. If you want to be at 70%, 65%, then you have to win your first 3 games or close to, at least go 2-1. So it's fair. Denver Broncos are 1-2 right now. Makes sense.
It does make sense. So under 50% playoff probability going into week 4 and a projected win total just under 9. Now let's talk about chances to win the AFC West. The Denver Broncos probability as we sit here on Wednesday, September 24th, to win the division is 8%. Is that fair?
Definitely fair. You if you're sitting there, and although you may be the biggest Bronco fan, but if you're watching these games around the league, especially the AFC, you see Baltimore, they're losing games, but who are they losing them to? You see the Bills and what they look like. It's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. So yes, Zach, I'm with you on this. It's fair.
Okay.
It's fair.
8% chance, likelihood to win the division. Here's what I think is really interesting. When it comes to the Broncos' chances to make the divisional round, so they're either winning the division and bypassing the wild card round, or not necessarily. They would have to be at the top of the AFC. But so them winning the wild card round, winning their first playoff game for the first time in 10 years, and playing on divisional weekend, according to ESPN's Football Power Index, it's at 22%, which is higher than what I would guess right now, and it's actually higher than other teams that have 2-1 records, like the Vikings and Seattle and Arizona and Cincinnati.
Why do you think that is?
Well, a handful of those are like Vikings NFC, Seattle NFC, Arizona NFC, Cincinnati at 2-1 in the AFC, but I think they're being downgraded from a power rating standpoint because they're missing their all-world quarterback. But 22% to play on divisional weekend, that's nearly a 1 in 4 chance. That's higher than I would have anticipated.
Which at the end of the day, with this team and how it can look when everything is going right for them defensively, offensively, with the play caller and Sean Payton, I can see that. Like, the Denver Broncos are okay. The sky is not falling. They should not pack everything up and go home yet.
No.
But they have to figure things out. Sean Payton, as a play caller, has to figure things out. Vance Joseph, as a defensive play caller, who I'm sitting here saying, hey, he could be the next head coach for a different team, he's going to have to figure things out. And the players, specifically the players, they're going to have to play ball.
Yeah. Odds to make the AFC championship game. Let's get weird. Odds to make the AFC title game. According to ESPN's Football Power Index, the Broncos have a 9% likelihood to play on championship weekend. And if you're curious, man, what do the odds say about playing in the Super Bowl? The Broncos, according to ESPN's Football Power Index, have a 4% chance of playing in the Super Bowl. And I don't know, maybe I sound like a psychopath. That sounds like higher than I would. 9% chance to play on championship weekend?
And this is why Sean's saying Super Bowl to everybody. You can't be afraid to talk about the Super Bowl.
Well, he was talking about winning the Super Bowl. And if you're curious what the odds are or likelihood that the Broncos go win the Super Bowl, here on September 24th, with a 1-2 record, the Broncos currently have a win probability to win the Super Bowl at 1.8%, according to ESPN's Football Power Index. So that's just the math. It's the computers. It's the simulations. This is the era that we're living in. You can agree, disagree. That's just what the analytics after simulating the season thousands of times.
We got a chance.
Oh yeah,
we got a chance, baby.
Yes.
Woo!
All right. This Monday night game against Cincinnati, this is a must-win, right?
Yeah, it's a must-win for so many different reasons. But one specific reason, you're playing a backup quarterback that has not done well against teams that are playing their starting quarterback.
Correct.
So if you've already dropped two AFC games in the Colts and the Chargers, who's in your division, on Monday night with the midnight navy blue uniforms they're going to be wearing.
Clean,
I love it. I
clean.
love it. You have to go out there and handle Cincy just like the Minnesota Vikings did when they played the Bengals.
Yeah, now I will say there was context to that lopsided score.
Go ahead.
Now let me just get the exact numbers because I want to say there was 5 turnovers, and I hope I'm not. I mean, dude, that was 48-10. That's insane. There was 5?
There was 5.
Okay. Yeah. So 5 turnovers. That's probably not going to happen again.
Why not? Look at the defense that the Bengals are going against. This is Nick Bonito, Jonathan Cooper.
5 is just high. I just don't think you ever go into a game banking on 5.
Yeah, you might not get 5 turnovers, but let's try to get 1 or 2.
Yeah, definitely. You have to win the turnover battle just on its face. There's no doubt. And Jake Browning will throw it to you now. Like, he will throw it to you. And he had 2 of them on Sunday against Minnesota. So, and think about this. That score was 48-10. Minnesota did not score in the fourth quarter. So think about how dominant that game was for the first 3 quarters of the game.
So you're damn right, Zach. It's a must-win because you're going against a backup quarterback. You're going against the Bengals, who don't believe they can do it now because Joe Burrow is out. You're going against a team that's gonna let you run the ball on them. You're going against a team that doesn't run the ball well. It's here. It's a home game.
Yeah.
We have to find a way to get back on track. So, yes, the Bengals, that's a must-win game.
It has to be.
If you want to still win the division, if you want to still be looked at as a playoff contending team, a Super Bowl contending team, you better be able to beat the Bengals.
Well, that number, from an odds standpoint, opened up at, I think, 6 or 6.5. It's been bet to 7.5. My guess is by kickoff on Monday night, that puppy's going to be 8.5 point favorite towards the Broncos. So, okay, let's take a look at the next 4 weeks, Phil. The next 4 weeks. Cincinnati at home on Monday Night Football. Short week traveling to Philly. Not ideal. Not ideal. The Jets game, but it's in England, and I always struggle with how to say this name. Is it Tottenham? It's Tottenham. If you say it like phonetically, it's Tottenham, but it's Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Tottenham.
And so that's the on paper it's a road game, but it's a road game for both teams. And then the fourth game of this 4-game sequence is home against the New York Giants. What should the Broncos record be over the next 4 weeks?
The Denver Broncos record should be 3-1. You have to go at least 3-1. You're going up against a Jets team that hasn't won a game yet. Now maybe they win one before Denver plays them. You're going up against a Giants team that just changed quarterbacks. Jackson Dart is now the starting quarterback for the Giants.
Would you consider that a green light or no?
Oh, definitely a green light. Jackson Dart, by that time, he is still trying to figure things out. He is going to be raw. The Giants aren't good as a team. So you should be able to go out there and just play with your hair on fire. If you're Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonito, just go attack and go get some sacks.
I would like to think so, man, but I think the Broncos would have had a better chance to win with Russell Wilson playing quarterback for them.
Are you that scared of Jackson Dart?
No, it's just the unknown. Russ is the known. And I would have, obviously for entertainment purposes, I would love for the Broncos to butcher him and wear his skin. But the scramble ability of Jackson Dart and just the unknown, it's like...
Man, I don't think you're giving enough credit to the defense right now. Jackson Dart's going to get up
the Broncos
against,
defense?
Yeah, Jackson Dart's going up against one of the NFL's better defenses. I'm not going to say top 5 and number 1 right now, but it's a better defense. It's going to be a rough day for Jackson Dart.
It should be a rough day regardless of who is playing quarterback. This should be like Broncos as a touchdown favorite type deal.
So 3-1 for me. What are you thinking? What are you thinking should be?
3-1 for sure. And I'd go so far to say that if it's not 3-1, if you're 2-2, like something went wrong. If you lose to Cincinnati, something went wrong. If you lose to the Jets, not even in New York, you're not going to the Big Apple. You're going to England. All right. And my guess is that Broncos country is going to be well represented. Just a guess. And then you're home against the New. And by the way, the Jets haven't won a game. So if the Jets win on a neutral site, I think something went wrong. And if the New York Giants come in to Denver, Colorado, and they beat you with a rookie quarterback in Denver, something went wrong. So 3-1, 1,000%.
And also, it's like, other than the Bengals, who are going to have a winning record when you beat them, the Jets won't have a winning record. The Giants. Now, the Philly will. And that's a game that's going to be like, if you can hang with Philly, you beat Philly. And now everybody is chanting Super Bowl again.
No.
You know that's coming. Everybody's chanting Super Bowl if we can beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
And here's the thing, and I know I sound a little bit crazy, and I said this last week. I think they're going to go and win at Philly. Because the NFL is a crazy place, yes, and they can get got. Look at their wins. A 4-point win against Dallas at home, a 3-point win at Kansas City, and a last-second block of a field goal against the Rams to salvage a 3-0 record.
But to be honest with you, I'm going to feel great if we beat Philly, because if we beat Cincy, if we beat New York Jets and the New York Giants, I'm going to be happy. But then again, we're going to be sitting here saying, hey, they're beating teams that don't have winning records other than Cincy. Like, how believable can you truly be?
Oh, yeah.
For Philly, it's like, hey, like, we're back. We're back. And the defense has to play well, so now I can say, hey, we're top 5, baby.
But I'll say this. They can lose the Philly game. All right, Philly's tough. At home, Lincoln Financial, world champion.
Short week.
Short week, yes, thank you. Coming off, or excuse me, no, it'll just be Monday Night Football, right.
Get you building that up.
No, I'm just getting confused with the travel with the Jets, because this is going to be interesting. Short week going to Philly and then traveling off a short week to England. Again, not ideal. But if they go to 3-1 here in the next 4 weeks, Broncos would be A-OK. They'll be in the driver's seat of their own future. And if you look around at the AFC, and it's too early to start scoreboard watching, but I will tell you, you look around the AFC, I mean, the AFC East outside of Buffalo, nothing really doing. Patriots 1-2 and 2 0-3 teams.
Yeah, look at the Bills schedule. Oh my,
dude, it's
toilet paper.
Dude, it's not college. They don't make it. It's a first place schedule. So what are you gonna do? The Bengals are 2-1, but you know that's going to be a house of cards without Burrow. The Steelers are 2-1. They had 5 turnovers this past weekend and struggled to beat the Patriots. The Colts are 3-0. Okay, Jags are 2-1, and then 2 0-3 teams in the AFC South: Houston, the Texans, and Tennessee Titans. And then outside the Chargers, 3-0. Everyone else in the AFC West is 1-2. The Broncos would have been in a crazy position had they won these first 3 games like they could have and should have. But there's really not an incredible amount of blood drawn. And I don't want to lower the bar, and I'm not trying to, but the best situation would be go 3-0. We're not doing that, obviously. But now it's like everything is right in front of you guys. Yeah, the landscape isn't too daunting.
No, don't panic. Now, Bo, you have to make those passes count. Defensively, you have to be more aggressive but more disciplined. Sean, continue like Sean play calling on last Sunday was really good. Continue to do that. And then the run game has to continue to get better every single Sunday, Monday, whenever it is, when it's a Thursday night game. It has to be more consistent. If you can do that, we're back in action. We're back in action, baby.
All right. Hey, Sean Payton said he just couldn't pass up a piece of crystal in the first round of the draft. But why is that crystal still in the cupboard? That's next.
Just a month into the NFL season, have the Broncos already found themselves on the outside looking in?
A lot of football left, but AFC West is gone. There's no chance that they can win the AFC West. Can you still make the playoffs? Can you still have a good season? Yeah, but you got to learn how to hit wide open receivers, and you got to learn how to close out games if you're the defense.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com. And get ready for the workday.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Samuel Adams at Mile High Station on Monday, September 29th from 4 to 6:15 p.m. for the Fan Football pregame show. Get your head in the game with orange and blue face painting and ice cold Oktoberfest. See you there.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
Everyone does. But even the best deal in the market becomes high if rates fall in the future. So now what? Go through all the expense again? No. Just go to U.S. Mortgages and get our trademarked lowest rate for life product. It allows you to get your savings today and lock in at below market rates like our 4.75 5-year fixed that has a 5.89 APR.
Wait, 4.75% 5 years fixed?
Yes, and even if the market does improve further, great. We redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee, and there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. So stop waiting for rates to get better and wasting money. Lock in your savings now and know you're 100% protected with lowest rate for life. Call 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com. Rate must be locked by 9/16.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com.
Attention golf lovers! The city of Aurora has you covered this fall. Home to 5 beautiful courses. There's no better place to play than Aurora. What's up, guys? It's Zach here. I enjoy leaf peeping every fall, but instead of heading to the mountains, I'm heading to my local Aurora golf courses. Saddle Rock, Aurora Hills, Spring Hill, Meadow Hills, and Murphy Creek have stunning Rocky Mountain views with the fall colors we adore. For more information and to book a tee time, visit golfaurora.com and give them a follow on Facebook, X, and Instagram at golfaurora.co.
Whether it's kickoff, halftime, or the final drive, fuel your football season at Dickey's Barbecue Pits. Order the 2 Can Dine for $29.99 deal. 2 meat plates stacked with pit smoke flavor. Or go for the new Triple Play Combo. A classic sandwich, savory side, and a big yellow cup for just $12.99. No matter who you're rooting for, great barbecue is always a win. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, legit. Texas barbecue.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Let's go!
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Rich Lawn. Fall is coming soon. That means 2 things: football and keep my lawn healthy and beautiful. How do I do that? An application of Colorado-made Rich Lawn Pro Rich Winterizer in September helps my lawn recover from the heat and stress of summer, keeps it greener longer into the fall, builds a strong root system, and provides green up earlier in the spring. So be like me and have the best stinking lawn in your neighborhood. Get Pro Rich Winterizer today at your favorite garden center. Tell them Mark sent you. Visit richlawn.com to find a dealer near you.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Want to partake in our contest? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver!
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it. 1! All righty. So Sean Payton said he just couldn't pass up a piece of crystal in the first round of the draft. I'm not going to reach past a piece of crystal to grab a blender. And that was, I believe, a shot at running backs. All right, that's just me.
No, you're right. I believe it was as well.
In his head, it's like positional priority. We're not turning down that corner to go get it back.
And it was because there was a lot of hype around Amarion Hampton.
Yes.
Who, by the way, did pretty good against the Denver Broncos.
He did.
Just saying.
Yeah. So why is the crystal still in the cupboard? Jade Baron has only played in 25% of the defensive snaps through 3 weeks. What's happening here?
You're hiding something. Something about Jade Baron is not clicking. Now, I'm speculating here. I'm not.
Yeah, no, I know.
But if you have a first-round draft pick and you're Sean Payton and you want to be right, why wouldn't you play your first-round draft picks? You did for Bo Nix. No matter what, you're going to play him.
It's true.
Why not Jade Baron? Why was he in a competition with Jaquan McMillan when Jaquan McMillan was struggling last year? It's because Jade Baron's not doing something right, or maybe it's not understanding a certain scheme.
Which
Or
is
maybe-
crazy because the number one attribute that everyone said, all the coaches said, he's so smart.
Yes.
He's so smart. He's so smart. Sorry, didn't
No,
mean
you're
to
good.
interrupt.
You're good. You love to interrupt me. No, that's me on you. But there's something that's just not there right now. And they're hiding it, or they're trying to protect Jade Baron as long as they can.
Yeah.
And that's my thing on it. Now, Jade Baron, at some point, he's going to have to go out there and play. He will be exposed if something's not right. And maybe for Jade Baron, you need to be out there because I'm a true believer, just like you are, the reps.
Yeah.
Reps matter. And if Riley Moss, let's just say it right now, if Riley Moss struggles against T. Higgins on Monday night, we might be seeing Jade Baron here soon.
Yeah, it's just very interesting. They're really only using him as what they call like a dime
dime
package. So you have the nickel package when a third corner comes comes on.
Yeah.
Dime package, a fourth corner. He's basically just that fourth corner, and it's man, let's just keep our eye on this. I don't think it's a huge deal right now, but if this persists, I mean, we're going to have questions about the authenticity of that crystal. All right, next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right. The list of 128 modern-era NFL players for the Pro Football Hall of Fame features 2 Broncos Ring of Famers, along with 10 former Broncos. Now, not all the former Broncos do you think of as a Bronco. Someone like Jamal Charles is a former Bronco, which I still can't believe. But like Rod Smith is a Ring of Famer. He's up. Tom Nalen is a Ring of Famer. He's up. Brandon Lloyd, Brandon Marshall, Wes Welker, Vernon Davis, Ryan Clady, Jarrell Casey, Elvis Dumerville, Simeon Rice, Ted Washington. I know, again, just to reiterate, I know you don't associate all these guys with being a Bronco, but who do you think has the best chance here?
I want to say Rod Smith, but I know there's a bunch of context to that, and that there's a couple other receivers out there that need to get in before him. So I'm going to go with old Tommy. Tom Nalen. My former coach. He helped coach the offensive line at Denver South when I was there.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah. So I got to know Tom really, really, really good. He knows my family really, really well.
Did you ever share that here? I don't remember
I might
you
have when I
saying
first
that.
started.
Okay, maybe I just forgot.
To work here.
Yeah.
But also, he was my coach. And one thing about Tom Nalen, I know you know this, Zach.
He is a trip and a half.
Oh, he's a different guy. But also, he does not care how he looks.
Oh, no.
He's going to wear what he wants to wear when he wants to wear it.
He used to come here with the holes all in his shirt and paint everywhere.
He had the hairy socks on. He has these fuzzy socks he used to wear every day. It's like, Tom, why are you wearing these fuzzy socks every day? What, the same pair of socks? I know you're not washing them. But that's who he was.
Yeah.
Offensive lineman.
He is such a trip. I remember the one time we had like a razor sponsor here drop off a huge box of like 2,000 disposable razors, and Tom couldn't fit enough in his bag. He's like, I'm taking them. I'm like, well, why do you need all that? He's like, I'm going to save money. I was like,
Tom's saving money no matter what.
All right. He was a great player, man. 5-time Pro Bowler, second-team All-Pro back in 1999. First-team All-Pro in 2000 and 2003. Obviously won both Super Bowls in the late 90s. Broncos Ring of Famer. I mean, just an absolute legend. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if how realistic it is for Tommy Nalen. You know who's one that I've just when he was at the peak of his powers, there was no one better. And that is Brandon Marshall, the receiver. And I know it didn't come with a lot of winning, and that's been well documented, but you play a dependent position and, but when that guy was at the top of his game, there wasn't anyone in the sport that was better. And, how much weight does that carry? I mean, the guy went for over 12,000 receiving yards, but he did it for 6 different teams. And,
he moved around.
Yeah.
That can hurt you as well. Like they although you do have the numbers and the success, staying on one team long enough, that helps you.
Yeah. All right. Finally in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
So Michael Porter Jr., more interviews for MPJ. I mean, this guy does more interviews than Sean Payton. I mean, it's unbelievable. And
where was this guy when we needed him the most? I wanted him to just give out all the information.
Well, he says he spends around $200 to $250 a day on Ubers in New York. $250 a day.
Where is he going?
bebopping around.
I'll tell you what. You know that better than anybody with New York. Like, is that reasonable? Is that understandable?
Well, I have never lived in New York City. Like, I'm upstate New York. That is not upstate New York, the Albany area. Like, if you were driving down the road, you wouldn't be able to tell if it was, I guess specifically with the suburbs of the area, maybe not Albany itself, but like you wouldn't be able to tell Centennial from an Albany suburb. Down in the city, though, and like it's just a different life and the different things that you sign up for. But apparently, I mean, MPJ, $250 a day on Ubers. So like, let's just do some quick math here. $250 a day times 7 days a week is $1,750 a week on Ubers. And Dante, you did the math over the course of a year?
Yeah, over a year, it's like $91,000. A lot of money, but to a guy like him, not.
It's all
making a huge
relative.
difference.
It's all relative, but that's still
$91,000.
I mean, on Ubers, maybe like get your own car or a bike.
Get a bike.
An e-bike.
He did say he shipped his car, but he said the traffic's just too bad to drive.
But he's sitting in a car anyway. You know what I mean? It's like, think about a scooter. I don't know. But then there's 7-foot MPJ riding around the city too. I don't know.
That would be funny to watch. Just MPJ just strolling down the street with a bike.
Oh my gosh, can't make it up. All right, ESPN is rolling out their top 100 NBA players ahead of the season. And man, I think I have some really good news to share. Details next.
Does Bo Nix shoulder the most blame for the loss to the Chargers?
Am I pinning it all on Bo? No. But you can't have it both ways. You can't, as a football fan or as a football media, talk endlessly about the importance of the quarterback, and then after a game like this say, well, what do you mean? It wasn't really Bo's fault. Can't have it both ways.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here on behalf of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there about a phrase that you may not be very comfortable with, erectile dysfunction. All right? But what's more uncomfortable than hearing the phrase ED is actually living with ED and the impact that it can have on your intimacy, your relationship, all right, your confidence. Do not let that happen, guys. ED is a medical condition. And like most medical conditions, it's treatable. And I'm talking about success rates with the Rocky Mountain Men's treatments, with success rates well over 90%. All right? Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they're not new. They've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade. They've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Think about that. It's a lot of people, all right? You are not that special. All right, ED is pretty common. So schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. That initial visit is only $99. It includes a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. If the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit's free. They have an expert staff and 5 locations in Colorado to serve you. So stop living with ED. Call them at 720-440-7900 or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I know you didn't plan to hear from me this early, but I'm tired of lugging this bowl full of jelly around. That's why me and Mrs. Claus are with Soda Weight Loss now. I'm losing 6 pounds a week. My knees are loving my results, and I'm keeping up with the elves again. And the wife, she's all about this healthier me. Keeps telling me I'm slaying.
Ready to slay all those holiday pictures? Get photo ready and join Soda Weight Loss right now. When you join, your partner joins for free.
With all the weight I've been losing with Soda Weight Loss, they're gonna have to make a whole new Santa suit for the big ride.
Real support and help from nutritionists who are just a call or text away. Take advantage of Soda Weight Loss's partner program. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you've been hurt in a car crash or on the job, don't just hope for help, demand results. Postman Law delivers fast, easy, and effective representation fighting to get you more. Call 844-POSTMAN for a free case evaluation. It's free to get started. You pay nothing unless we win for you. Others promise. Postman delivers. Call 844-POSTMAN today. That's 844-POSTMAN.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Raise your glass. Oktoberfest is here at Twin Peaks. Join them every Friday in September at 6 p.m. for their legendary Stein hoisting competition. Show off your strength, win weekly prizes, and score Sam Adams swag. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Ever tried fixing an outlet yourself? First, you watch a DIY video, then you grab your tools. Next thing you know, sparks are flying and your hair looks like you just licked an electrical socket. Let's avoid that, shall we? Piper Electric has been providing expert electrical service since 1983. Repairs, upgrades, EV charger installations, even commercial and industrial. They do it all and do it right. They're giving you $50 off your next service. No fried hair required. Call 303-422-9219 today. Piper Electric. Leave the electricity to the experts.
It's going on right now. Denver's biggest and coolest diamond event of the year.
It's the Diamond Expo, right now through Saturday at both Williams Jewelers.
Get our lowest prices of the year on everything diamond at Williams Jewelers.
Shop the largest selection of gorgeous loose GIA diamonds, every shape, every size, and price range, including Hearts on Fire. It's the Diamond Expo.
Plus thousands of designer diamond settings from legends like Gabriel & Company, JB Star, and Tacori.
Everything diamond. Diamond earrings, rings, bracelets, and necklaces at our best prices of the year. It's the Diamond Expo.
Plus, with every purchase of $5,000 or more, you'll receive a half-carat pair of natural diamond studs, a $950 value as our gift.
The Diamond Expo at Williams Jewelers. Save hundreds, even thousands, but hurry. It all ends Saturday at 5 p.m.
And the diamond earrings are on us.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Colorado shines.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auctions.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss, presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, ESPN is rolling out their top 100 NBA players ahead of the season. And, man, I have a really good feeling in my gut, and I want to talk about why here in just a second. But first, I have to tell you, on Friday, this Friday, we're heading to downtown Denver for Bud Light Football Friday. We'll be live from Society Sports and Spirits off of Blake Street from 2 to 6 p.m. Bud Light is going to be giving away a pair of tickets to Broncos-Bengals Monday Night Football, along with 2 Bud Light VIP tailgate passes. You must be 21 to enter that contest. Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. All right, we are officially less than 1 month away from the start of the Denver Nuggets season.
This is insane. And honestly, it's the exact same thing for the Avalanche. It's a little closer.
Yep.
But it's like, wow. It seems like it's been a long time waiting because of what was going on, the dramatic fashion of Michael Malone leaving and then changing of MPJ, but it's finally here, man.
Yeah, the season starts on Thursday, October 23rd. It is currently September 24th. So we are inside of a month. First home game that following Saturday, October 25th, against the Phoenix Suns. I will be in the Biggity building for that. But this thing that came out today, the top 100, all right? Now they do the top 90, and they'll come out with the top 10 tomorrow. But I was so encouraged, and not look. I didn't need this list to be the wind in my sails of encouragement. I am just so thrilled that they retooled this roster with veteran players to surround Nikola Jokic with. I think this team is a championship caliber team, and I cannot wait to gather information on who this club actually is. But in terms of these top 100 NBA players, How about Jonas Valanciunas coming inside the top 90, okay? He was 91 last year, 87 this year. He won't start for Denver. He won't start. There's 150 starters in the NBA, and a bench player is inside the top 90. Valanciunas came off the bench for 60 games last season versus 29 the rest of his 12-year career, so he's already adjusted to the role. Dude, this guy understands the assignment. I am so excited to watch Jokic have the best backup center he's ever had.
Well, I'm excited that Jonas decided to stick this out. That all that's done, all that noise with maybe Jonas not wanting to be here and be a Denver Nugget, that's all over. And now he can focus. Now the Denver Nuggets can focus on what this could look like. And not only for Joker to get the rest that he needs to be the best version of himself, which is crazy to say because he had his best year last year, but also for Jonas, it's like, what does it look like with Valanciunas and Jokic on the court together?
Potentially, we'll see.
Potentially,
Yeah.
but also it's just having the depth now. It's having the depth. It's having a big man that can score when you need him to. So I'm excited, man.
How about this one? Cam Johnson. I am over the moon for this addition and this fit.
Oh yeah, you're like in love right now with this fit.
It reminds me of the offseason when they added Bruce Brown and KCP, and it was not being regarded in NBA circles as like some, it didn't lead SportsCenter. And I just remember being like, guys, this is hand in glove fits here in Denver. I feel the same way about Cam Johnson. High IQ player, can play with the ball, doesn't have to have the ball, can play off of it. He was not ranked on this list last year. This year, he's inside the top 70, coming in at the 67th best player in the NBA, as voted on by people within the league, ahead of MPJ, who came in at number 70. So that dynamic will be watching. So you went from so Jonas Valanciunas goes from 91st to 87.
Cam Johnson
goes from unranked to inside the top 70. All right, because last year he had career highs in points, career high in field goal percentage, career high in 6. Talking about Cam Johnson. Christian Brown was unranked last year, and he comes in at number 62 after averaging career high in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. So Jonas, Cam Johnson, and Christian Brown, like legitimate risers year over year, ascending.
Young players too. They're young and hungry.
Not necessarily Jonas, but the other two for sure.
Yeah, the other two, and they have a bunch of experience.
Yep. Murray saw his ranking take a bit of a hit. It was the largest movement up or down. He was 31st last year. He dropped 15 spots to number 46. But context here as well. This has happened for him a couple years in a row because after the title year, he was inside the top 20. After last season, he was outside the top 30, and now he's outside the top 45. So we'll keep our eye on Jamal. And then Aaron Gordon was 49th last year.
Mr. Consistent.
He comes in at number 40, the 40th best NBA player according to ESPN. Pretty darn cool because we know Jokic is going to be inside the top 10. I think he's going to be number 1. That the Denver Nuggets will have 6 of the top 100 players in the sport, and only 5 guys can play at one time.
Well, and that's great to hear. But now there's a lot of pressure. Expectations are high, and we know that. And Jokic knows that, and this team knows it. But they got to go out there and show out. It's like the Denver Broncos where, everybody is talking highly about them. But with the Nuggets, it's there. Truly. Like you just said earlier, like this team can truly go in there and win the finals. Everybody has to stay healthy. Things have to go right. David Allen is going to have to coach his ass off. But it's there for the taking.
It really is, man. I'm thrilled that we are on the doorstep of this season. I cannot wait to start covering this team once again with you, Phil. I know we are all in. This will be my 9th season covering the Denver Nuggets. And
getting old.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And we're getting started here very, very soon. First game nationally televised, ESPN, at the Golden State Warriors. All right, shifting gears here a little bit. When it comes to the Denver Broncos wide receivers after 3 weeks, flashes of promise or falling flat? We'll talk about it coming up next.
Do the Broncos have a problem that goes beyond the playbook?
Your football team is undisciplined. Figure it out. Last year, you told the Carolina Panthers, play better, right? When you wanted to rub their nose in it. Hey, Sean, coach better.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
The cost of everything is still out of control, and many of us are relying on credit cards to cover essentials. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. Americans collectively owe over $1 trillion in credit card debt. You might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. Well, there's good news. They've created a smart equity loan, a solution designed to help you take control of your finances without touching your current mortgage. Unlike a HELOC, which can have varied interest rates, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate. That means one predictable monthly payment, giving you peace of mind. This loan allows you to leverage the equity in your home to pay off high interest debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your existing low mortgage rate intact. It only takes 10 minutes to get started with no upfront or hidden fees. Call American Financing today and start saving now at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
Say goodbye to your lawnmower and take back your weekends by replacing your old yard with Pro Green synthetic turf. Hey, Brandon Stokely here. You may have heard me talking about my Pro Green custom putting green and how it's made my weekend so much more fun. One of the main issues folks have with artificial turf is how hot it gets. Well, Pro Green invented a turf system with proprietary organic cooling materials that actually keeps your new turf lawn cool. It really mimics the look, feel, and temperature of natural grass. Call my friends at Pro Green today. 303-479-3967. That's 303-479-3967. Or you can find them online at progreen.com/Denver.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
What's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. That never happens with Orchard. Disappointing offers can wear you down, causing you to settle for thousands less. You don't have to settle when you sell with Orchard. Orchard reinvented the real estate industry by guaranteeing your home sale and helping you sell on the market for top dollar. First, Orchard gives you cash up front so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then once you're all settled in, your Orchard agent helps sell your home on market for top dollar. Here's what one Orchard customer said. I never could have sold without Orchard. I made way more than I expected, and it couldn't have been easier. With Orchard, you never have to settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Curious how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Hey, it's Zach. Winter's coming. Don't wait. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the snow flies. 15-year low-interest financing with no prepayment penalty. Call now for your free quote and see how low your payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, when it comes to the Broncos wide receivers after 3 weeks, flashes of promise or falling flat? Where exactly are we at with the pass catchers? Also, in a couple minutes, we have to share, it's going to be story time.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be story time here.
Story time. I love story time.
In a couple minutes. Something happened to us on a golf course recently, and well, let me just say, you can't make it up. You can't make it up, and it's got nothing to do with golf. All right, so there's a little teaser. We'll get to it here shortly. Where are we at with the Broncos pass catchers here, Phil?
Trying to figure that out. Zach. Now, when you talk about one receiver in particular, Cortland Sutton, he is who he is. Very consistent when you get him the ball. Last Sunday against the Chargers, had a phenomenal game, over 100 yards, but you got him involved. The game before that against the Colts, MIA. Why? Because they did not get Cortland Sutton involved as much as they should have. And what I mean by that is scheming up plays so that he can get open. That's something that Cortland Sutton's going to have more of, because now teams are going to game plan towards stopping Court. How do you do that with a big body receiver? You double him up. You play zone, have a safety over the top, things like that. So Cortland's going to have a tougher time to get the passes that he wants. Although he was able to make the Chargers pay, the rest of the group, Zach, is very inconsistent, man. Now, I know I went out there and said Troy Franklin is receiver 2, and I still do believe that. When you talk about a receiver that can run every route in the route tree, that can be explosive and stretch the football field, but also can break tackles, run after the catch, that is Troy Franklin, but he's still young. He's still trying to figure himself out in this league. And when you're doing that, you're going to be inconsistent. Right now, we need Troy Franklin to be the same version of himself. He doesn't have to be the greatest every Sunday, but he needs to be a similar version of himself every Sunday, and that's going to help Cortland Sutton out. That's going to take pressure off of Bo Nix. So when I'm looking at this receiver room, it's a lot to be desired. It's one of these where it's like, yes, Bo is struggling, but is there another receiver out there that's helping him out? And I'm asking you that. Like, I'm truly asking you that. I'm asking the fans that. Like, it's not all on Bo. Now, in some of these situations, overthrows, yeah, that is on Bo. But also, when you need a receiver to get open, he needs to get open on time. It can't be after the fact.
Right.
Time, rhythm, processing, that still goes with the receivers as well. So that's kind of where I'm at with this group is Marvin Mims, he has big playability, but he has to find a way to come up with some of these balls. Yeah, it was overthrown. It hit his fingertips. But the great receivers make that catch. Marvin Mims is still looking for a contract after this year. How do you get your contract? Make hard catches. Help your quarterback out. Make your quarterback look good. Pat Bryant's another one. Is that where you at? You're having an opportunity, Vele.
Yeah,
I mean, Zach, you
with
get rid of Vele because you think highly of Pat Bryant if you're Sean.
Well, they never should have done that. They never should have done that.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to relitigate that today, but they never should have done that.
What's your take on it? Very inconsistent. Other than is the Cortland and the gang.
Yeah, and really like there shouldn't be a game even for Court. You're saying consistent, and you're mostly right. But like he shouldn't have a game where it's one catch for 6 yards. So even there's still some context. But yeah, with Cortland Sutton, man, 9 out of 10 Sundays, I know exactly what I'm going to get. And so he has 185 yards in 3 games off 13 receptions. He's averaging 14 yards a catch.
2 touchdowns.
Really good. By the way, 3 games, 3 explosive plays. He's averaging 62 yards a game. He's on pace to be a 1,000-yard receiver. Here's where it gets a little bit not concerning, but like just something that we need to keep our fingers on the pulse of. Troy Franklin is second, all right, with 141 yards. He didn't do much last week. All good, still a young football player. But he's more than 100 yards more than wide receiver 3. And when you look at Marvin Mims, he has 40 yards in 3 games. That's 13 yards a game. And he had the 23-yard touchdown catch against the Colts in the first half. You want that. So I don't want to minimize that. We're looking for explosive plays in the passing game like that. So a 23-yard touchdown, love to see it. But take that away, and you're talking about 17 total receiving yards across 3 games outside of that one play.
But then again, Zach, how many times last game did Bo Nix miss?
Yeah,
Mims.
I know.
For explosive touchdowns.
Yep, and that's on Bo. I mean, Mims numbers. Not saying that like a few percentage points aren't on Mims for trying to lay out, because I think there's something to that. But the majority of the missed opportunity there is on Bo. And what would Mims' numbers look like? I mean, had he completed just one of them, we're probably having a different conversation. If he completed both of them, we're like, holy smokes.
Exactly, but then look at it like this. Throughout camp, all camps, Zach, you and I were out there.
I already know what you're going to say. Keep going. Nope, keep going.
When you look at the receivers and who stood out, who was more consistent throughout the camp, who are the 2 names that come up? Cortland Sutton and Troy Franklin.
Yep.
Marvin Mims, he was out there, he was healthy, but yet he was rarely involved and never on a deep ball. But then you get into these games in the regular season, and Marvin Mims is your deep ball runner, and you're not connecting with him. Practice how you play. The better you do in practice, it's going to show in games. But if you're not repping these routes in practice, which Marvin Mims was not repping, how are you supposed to go out there and make those catches or be on the same page with your quarterback? That's just like, it's something that, like, just to keep on your radar, like, and this is why I think we're going to be okay, because now they're fine-tuning themselves. They're ironing out some issues, the timing issues. They'll get that fixed, and then now they'll start having those explosive plays. Marvin Mims will start having those explosive plays again. But if you're not working on them in practice throughout camp, don't expect for it to look like that during the game or for Marvin Mims just to turn it on. You have to rep what you're going to be out there doing.
Well, and here, if you remember back to our preseason conversations, and I know you do, like, we were talking about Evan Ingram being the second pass catcher after Sutton.
Yeah.
And that's not happening at all. At all. So, and again, tomorrow should be a big day when we get an update on where the Broncos are at with Evan Ingram.
Where you at, Evan?
Who got hurt in week number 1 with a bruise to his calf, and then he played week 2 and hurt his back. I mean,
and only played 25% of that game, and that was against the Colts.
Right.
And had some type of back injury.
I mean, goodness gracious. Not an ideal start in the injured category. I think the Broncos have 8 players on IR right now. I think it's 8 total players on IR. Some are short-term IR, some are longer-term IR.
See, I didn't know it was 8 players on IR.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
This is going into week 4.
Correct. So, no one, not saying anyone's to blame here, okay? Because guys don't want to get hurt. But this goes back to another area of Sean sometimes just saying too much. Like, Super Bowl, okay. Bo, top 5, okay. But also rubbing the former sports medicine staff in the injuries and rubbing their face in it and saying they deserve those numbers. And I remember that day when he said it. I just didn't like it. I just don't. Sometimes that stuff can work like a boomerang.
Well, it looks like it's working like a boomerang right now. Now, it's early. Let's see how things play out. But it's not the ideal thing to do right now is to continue to put your players on IR.
No. So we're going to continue to, again, just gather information on who this pass catching group is. But it may be, it may be one of these week by week things, and we talked about that before the season, unless Troy Franklin can be, become a bona fide number 2, it just may be week by week. And the quicker Pat Bryant can get up to speed.
We got to have a conversation about Pat Bryant because you're saying up to speed. Just go out there and make some plays.
He has.
He's blocked well.
And he caught 2 passes in the Colts game.
Okay, 2 passes.
It's his second game ever, Phil. He's moving the chains.
He moved it 1 or 2 times.
Oh, okay, but it's his second game ever.
Why are you coddling this man, Pat Bryant? We just got rid of your boo Vele for him.
I'm not
go out there and be more efficient.
I'm not coddling. I think I'm having reasonable expectations for a rookie player in his second and third game ever.
You move away from somebody, it's because you have high expectations that player is going to start and do something right away.
Well, I have great expectations
I
for
wanna
Pat
see-
Bryant.
but I wanna see it
it's his
right now.
second and third game ever, Phil.
I want to see it, man.
We all do, I think, right?
You want to know why, too? Why I want to see it? Because there's a lot of people out there wanting to blame Bo Nix, but yet when we just went through this segment and you see the receivers he's thrown to that are very inconsistent right now and young, that's part of the reason. That's part of the reason why Bo is struggling as well. You know that.
A part of it, maybe.
You know that.
I mean, it's a part of the story here. It is. It's a part of the story. Okay. If the Broncos want to get this young season back on track, they need to fix one thing immediately. Also, something happened to us on a golf course recently. And I could golf for another 100 years and never see what happened to us again. And I'm being literal. And it's got nothing to do with golf. Details next.
Have the Broncos already revealed a troubling trend in the first month of the season?
Get the Broncos in a close game and they'll beat themselves. Broncos will Bronco eventually.
They haven't been able to close out games, and that's what good teams do. Good teams find ways to win both of those games, and then you're sitting at 3-0. It's frustrating because you look up and you look at where you could have been, and now what do you have in front of you?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks, at 303-425-0985. Ductworks complete ventilation cleaning packages, scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt, dust, and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985.
Spending 2 hours staring at the back of someone's bumper isn't the best way to end your day. So Jack in the Box is giving you a bonus with their new Bonus Jack combo. Fries, drink, and a burger with 1, 2, or 3 patties starting at just $3.99. Get so much more.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code from our friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos!
CU fans, keep your fix going with Denver Sports CU Football Post-Game Recap. Available every home game exclusively on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. Family driven for over 100 years.
For many of us, it's happened before. Your hair is thinning, crowns disappearing. Maybe the hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. The solution that worked for me, it's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts growing your own natural hair the very next day. And it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what if you want your own natural hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to world-class Dr. Tanya Paul's, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's why Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. It's football season, and did you know that I am the reigning fan staff champion in the King Supers Football Pick'em? Yep, Stokely, Schlereth, Zachby, Cecil Lammy, none of them can hang with the judge when it comes to football. Just like those made-for-TV lawyers can't hang with me in the courtroom. When you've been hurt in a car accident, you want the real deal, which is what you get when you call 303-LAW-4040. Not some made-for-TV character. When you call 303-LAW-4040, you speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly, not some call center overseas. And you get to meet with us in person for free. We never take a dime unless we win for you. Plus, no ridiculous fees like those TV characters. You were the one that was hurt, so the doctors and the lawyers shouldn't take all the money. So go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303-LAW-4040, 303-LAW-4040.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, I want to talk about if the Broncos want to get this young season back on track, they need to fix one thing immediately. But before we do that, little story time here. All right, little story time.
Grab some popcorn now.
So, what happened to us on a golf course very recently is pretty wild. All right, and luckily we have photo and video evidence. Now, I don't want to say it's the craziest thing that's ever happened on a golf course, but it's the most interesting thing that's ever happened to me on a golf course.
Oh, yeah.
And you were right there with me. So we're golfing, and I'm purposefully not going to name the golf course, okay? I'm not going to name the golf course because I don't want any negative association potentially associated with this golf course, because it's a great golf course and stuff can just happen like this. But so Phil and I are out playing golf, and a 4-foot snake comes slithering across the middle of the fairway. Now, oftentimes you'll see a snake in some of the long stuff, or there'll be a sign like, "Hey, be careful, there's snakes over here." But this snake was right next to the green, and I'd say it had the thickness of like a maybe like the end of a carrot, like the thick end of a carrot, something like that. And
interesting way of thinking of it.
do you want to use another type of thickness?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So this snake is coming across the fairway, and I'm like, that's one of the bigger snakes that I've ever seen on a golf course. And it's right in the middle of the fairway, so it's not like you can misinterpret it how big it is because it's blocked by brush and stuff like that. It's like, holy smokes, that's a pretty big snake. And we went and like tried to take a picture next to it, you know?
Keep our distance too, because I'm scared of snakes.
Yeah, me too. So we did keep our distance, but we took a picture like next to it, kinda, behind it. So the snake is understandably like gonna slither away from us, all right? And he's probably a little bit scared or whatever. So the snake slithers away from us, but he's starting to go directly towards our golf cart. And then he keeps going, and he goes underneath our golf cart. But then it got crazy because the snake lifts its head up like you would see like on a snake emoji, or like a rising snake where he's just like he's lifting himself up in the air. This snake, you guys, found an opening in the bottom of our golf cart. And he starts to go into it. And you can't make it up. This 4-foot-long snake is underneath our golf cart and starting to crawl into it. And guys, the entire 4-foot snake got inside of our golf cart. Now, I don't mean like on the seats.
No, inside of it.
It's literally inside the golf cart. And he wrapped his 4-foot self all within the inside of the golf cart to the point where he's like wrapped around the pedal inside. Oh, yeah. And you can see the snake slithering. Like he's moving within the cart, and you see the hole where the gas pedal is. He's just slithering right there.
Oh, he's setting us up. I'm definitely not getting into that cart, and I'm not driving.
It was nuts. And so now we're like, there's this huge 4-foot snake that's completely wrapped within our golf cart, and we didn't know what the heck to do. And we're trying to like poke like the pedal so maybe he'd like, you know, move, untie himself and get. That snake didn't move. I mean, it was. What was that wacky or not?
It was. It's never happened to me before. Probably won't happen to me again.
No.
But I was scared. I'm not getting into this golf cart. I'm not touching that pedal.
No.
Go ahead, Zach. Go in there.
We eventually called the pro shop.
You know who snakes and people get in movies first. I'm not getting in that.
Oh, like the black guy dies first?
Yeah, I'm not going to be the black guy dying in this movie.
It's so good.
Go ahead, Zach.
Oh, my gosh. So we like call the pro shop, and I mean, they were great. They're like, don't get in the cart. We will bring a cart out to you. And luckily, we were like not far from the turn area, and they brought a cart out to us, and then they removed the snake safely. One of the people at the course was like an actual like lover of snakes and like a snake enthusiast, and like really like was like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna help this snake. And
are you speaking to it and
speaking in tongues to it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was just nuts, man. I've never seen anything like that. And luckily, it's not just like, you know, we have some pictures, and the person that we were with took some pictures, and we had some pictures, and then we have a video. So we have this documented, and it's out there on social media. I just posted it to Twitter. You can follow me at Buysline. Instagram. Follow me at, did I change that handle? Let me just double check here.
Changing up.
No, Instagram at zbuy23. On YouTube at Buysline as well. And TikTok at Buysline as well. So however you social media, it's available to you. You got to see it. I mean, it's like it's so real. The snake crawling into Dante. You're from Arizona. I mean, Arizona is literally known for snakes. The nickname of the baseball team is the Diamondbacks. Have you ever seen? I know you've seen some snakes out on the golf course. There's no doubt. But have you ever seen something like that?
No, not like that. Not where they, went into my cart or anything like that. Definitely have seen fair share of snakes in general on the course as well. But usually they don't get that close, or if they are, they're maybe like on the cart path or next to the cart path kind of thing. But usually they don't try to get that close to you. One time I did see a bobcat eat a snake on the golf course.
Whoa.
That was crazy. But yeah, not as close as you guys did to that snake. That's crazy.
It's crazy. Go watch it. You don't even need to be following me. My accounts are public. Okay. Buys Line on YouTube. That might be the best way to do it. And go ahead and smash the subscribe button while you're right there. As I'm posting videos daily there. But yeah, this was Nutsville. We have a golf story.
We do. Hopefully not. We don't have another golf snake story.
No.
But man, I you know what, Zach? I'd rather have to deal with a snake though than seeing like an alligator or something like that, a crocodile, whatever is here in Colorado. I don't know if there's something like that in Colorado, but I'm staying away from it.
About 2 years ago, I was on a course where a large bird had a snake dangling out of its mouth, and smaller birds, and there was like 10 of them, were trying to swoop in and intercept the snake in what it looked like a hawk. It looked like a hawk's mouth. So like birds were battling over this small, very small, skinny snake hanging out of this hawk's mouth. But that was the craziest thing I'd seen at a golf course until that happened, where a 4-foot-long snake crawled into our golf cart, and we have pictures and video of it. Crazy. All right, we took the time here. Let's get back to business. If the Broncos want to get back to business and get this young season back on track, they need to fix one thing immediately. We'll talk about what it is next.
To help the Broncos turn things around, does Sean Payton need to simplify things on offense?
Hey, we're trying all this new stuff on offense. How'd that work out? You're 1-2. Hey, we're mixing in a bunch of personnel packages. How'd that work out? It's not working. So if you can simplify things, help out Bo, run the ball just a little bit more, get something from RJ Harvey, you're going to need more contributions from the players and the talent that you've assembled this offseason.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Let's go! You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Rich Lawn. Fall is coming soon. That means two things: football and keep my lawn healthy and beautiful. How do I do that? An application of Colorado-made Rich Lawn Pro Rich Winterizer in September helps my lawn recover from the heat and stress of summer, keeps it greener longer into the fall, builds a strong root system, and provides green up earlier in the spring. So be like me and have the best stinking lawn in your neighborhood. Get Pro Rich Winterizer today at your favorite garden center. Tell them Mark sent you. Visit richlawn.com to find a dealer near you.
Breaking Benjamin. And 3 Days Grace. Live. September 25th at Fiddler's Green Amphitheater with special guest Return to Dust. Get tickets now at fiddlersgreenamp.com. Don't miss Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace, produced by AEG Presents.
Brandon Stokel here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX rocks heating and air.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Select Health, how can we help?
Representative.
I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
Representative.
I'm Sam.
Representative.
It sounds like you said representative. One moment. Select Health, how can we help?
Finally. Hi, I have a question on copays.
I can help with that.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens, the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Ho, ho, ho. I know you didn't plan to hear from me this early, but I'm tired of lugging this bowl full of jelly around. That's why me and Mrs. Claus are with Soda Weight Loss now. I'm losing 6 pounds a week, and the wife keeps telling me I'm slaying.
Join Soda Weight Loss right now. When you join, your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents.
Penalties through 3 games.
You can't make that up, man. 218 yards of penalties.
In 3 games.
In 3 games. With a unit and a team that's not young.
No.
And you said that before. This team is not young. This defense has been together for more than 1 year. The offense has been together, and the offensive line has been together for more than 1 year,
Yep.
and yet we're making mistakes, silly mistakes at that.
Well, 218 yards is unacceptable. It's fourth most in the National Football League after 3 weeks. The Broncos have 24 accepted penalties in 3 games. That is 8 flags a game. That's 2 flags per quarter. I mean, it's just not sustainable. There's no other way to put it. But they've also had 6 declined flags. 24 plus 6 is 30. That is 30 flags in 3 games.
I noticed that you didn't want to ask me how much that was. Come on, now.
I felt bad. I didn't think I was putting you on the spot, but
you should have came back with it this time.
What's 24 plus 6, Phil?
30, man.
You're on it. 30 flags in 3 games. That's over the top. That's insanity. And especially when you consider, Phil, that 7 of these flags are before the ball is ever snapped. 7 pre-snap penalties in 3 games. And you want to know what is a bit discouraging, and I didn't mention this before? It's gotten worse every game. 6 flags against the Titans, 8 flags against the Colts, 10 more accepted penalties against the Chargers. I mean, it's not good. And I know you just hit on it, but these are veteran players making the mistake. Adam Troutman has 3 penalties in 3 weeks. Hufanga has 3 in 3 weeks. PS2 has a pair. Sherfield has a pair. Benito has a pair. Cooper, Bowles, Wazarike, Wattenberg, Powers, Franklin Myers, Troy Franklin, Evan Ingram, Dobbins, Moss. Only 1 flag has been thrown on a rookie. The rest are more veteran players. It's got to get fixed and in a hurry.
When you have this many flags out there, and you said it's averaging 8 a game, which is insane, that's telling me that, one, it's attention to detail, playing smart football, understanding when to keep playing through the whistle and when to back off. But also, it's like looking at yourself and saying, I don't want to be this selfish teammate. When my coaching staff is counting on me, when my teammates are counting on me, and when Broncos country is counting on me, I need to be a little bit smarter when I'm trying to make this tackle or I'm making a block, whatever the case may be. Or if you're a cornerback, it's just playing more technique. And I know it's hard for them. It really is. Like, for a cornerback out there, it's just like the rules are against them.
Sure.
And so I understand that there's going to be some penalties throughout the game. That's fine. You're playing hard.
That's football.
It's football.
Yeah.
But it's the dumb penalties where it's like, why? You could prevent that from happening, which will hurt you. It's going to extend a drive for your opponent, or it's going to kill a drive if you're the Denver Broncos and you're Bo Nix and you need to get in rhythm.
Yeah.
I mean, against the Chargers, they had 6 3-and-outs. And a couple of those drives, it was because of penalties.
That's right.
There's no such thing as a play call that you can draw up when it's 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20. You're just trying to find field position so you can punt the ball at that point. So things have to get cleaned up. And when it's coming from your vets, that means that they need to focus up a little bit more attention to detail themselves. But, Zach, just like we have talked about when it comes to practice with the receivers and who's been doing well with the running backs, remember that one day during practice, they had the referees out there.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
And I wish
Yes.
I wish our listeners would have been able to be out there, and some of them were out there. But there was one practice in particular where they had the referees out there. I think it was day 2 of the referees being out there. And there had to have been literally 16, 17 penalties called. And it wasn't just on certain players. It was on the whole team.
It was on the whole team.
Doing certain things that they weren't supposed to do. But then you get into the games. What do we talk about? You practice how you play. You get into these games, and you think that things are just going to be corrected? No. You have to play fundamentally sound football, even in practice, so it bleeds into the games.
Well, they got to get it figured out and in a hurry because, I mean, you could be in a position like this game against Cincinnati is a must-win game. It's a game that the Broncos should win. They're a touchdown favorite. But flags oftentimes, like a three-pointer in basketball, can serve as equalizers and keep it a team around that shouldn't be around. Extending a drive, like you're getting the ball back from the Chargers, and they're punting. They're punting. And Benito, who we love, but he's lined up in the neutral zone. Inexcusable. Attention to detail.
That's it.
I mean, it's death by a thousand paper cuts. It can't happen. Any one thing unto itself isn't some deal breaker, but 10 flags on you per game, 30 flags, 24 accepted. It's got to get better and in a hurry. Okay, Dion and the Buffs have a huge matchup this weekend for more than one reason. Also, what do the computers say about the Broncos' current playoff probability after blown games in back-to-back weeks? How about their current projected win total? Guys, we are going to get to all of this next because we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Just a month into the NFL season, have the Broncos already found themselves on the outside looking in?
A lot of football left, but AFC West is gone. There's no chance that they can win the AFC West. Can you still make the playoffs? Can you still have a good season? Yeah, but you got to learn how to hit wide open receivers, and you got to learn how to close out games if you're the defense.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Phillip Lindsay here for Williams Jewelers. And if you're looking for fine jewelry or a great timepiece, just like I was, why not shop where some of the world's leading designers are sold? It's simple, guys. Williams Jewelers helped me find my new Tudor watch, and they can do the exact same thing for you. And if you're looking for jewelry, whatever you want, they will have. They treat you just like family the minute you step through those doors as well. It won't pressure you at all. They gave me the time I needed to make the right decision for myself, and looking at my watch today, I made a great decision because of it. Starting from one little store in Inglewood, Williams Jewelers has grown into 2 locations and has become one of the largest fine jewelers in the country. So when you step foot into their showroom, you'll feel just like family, and their service will reflect that. They are dedicated and they work hard to make sure you're satisfied with your purchase. And not only will they share the secrets of the business with you, but they will give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, my hometown jeweler? Also the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and also on Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
This is Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. If you've been injured in an accident, you want Wilhite. Colorado drivers know that when they're hit, we hit back harder. Get your free case review right now. Just call 303-GOOD-LAW today or visit WilhiteWins.com and win big with Wilhite.
The Fed has finally dropped interest rates, and that's great news for American homeowners. Wages are flat, prices keep climbing, and for many, the only way to make ends meet is to lean on credit cards. If you're a homeowner, I want you to call my friends at American Financing. Right now, interest rates have dropped. Many homeowners are seeing options in the low 5s. Compare that to credit cards charging rates in the 20s or higher. American Financing can help you pay off that expensive debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your budget under control. Their salary-based mortgage consultants are saving customers an average of $800 a month. And if you get started today, you may be able to delay your next mortgage payment. Call American Financing today at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
I just saw 2 houses for sale. Same neighborhood, almost identical, but one had an Orchard sign and it sold for way more. So I asked my friends at Orchard, why? The first house used a traditional agent. After weeks of price drops and frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard and got more. Their local Orchard agent didn't just list a home, they marketed it. They knew exactly which upgrades would attract serious buyers and brought in a pro to handle everything. And even more, with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, the homeowner moved into their new home before their old one even hit the market. They skipped all the hassles and showings. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard, the smarter, faster, hassle-free way to buy your new home, even before your old home sells. Start with Orchard's free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Bonnie from O'Meara Ford has convinced me they really want to earn your business. So, talk to me, Bonnie.
Well, O'Meara has over 1,000 vehicles to choose from. Plus, we have the largest service center in the region with 84 service bays. And we've sold 1 million vehicles since 1913. Our friendly staff will treat you right. And when it comes to repairs, our knowledgeable technicians do it right the first time.
There it is. O'Meara saves you time and money, whether you buy new or used. O'MearaFord.com.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159.
Priority Tax Relief.
Is water damaging your home? Contact Groundworks, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at groundworks.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, rolling downhill on a Wednesday, and I say this almost every week, every time we're in the second half of Wednesday's show.
I still forget it. Don't ask me that question.
We're officially closer to Friday than Monday. Get past that 4 p.m. hour on a Wednesday, and then we'll get in here tomorrow and could be able to reach out and touch the weekend, and then on Friday, a Bud Light Football Friday. How about that?
Let's go.
We're back out on the road. This Friday, we'll be live from Society Sports and Spirits off Blake Street, 2 to 6 p.m. Bud Light is going to be giving away a pair of tickets to Broncos Bengals Monday Night Football. How about that? Along with 2 Bud Light VIP tailgate passes. You have to be 21 to enter that contest. Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Man, we've had so much fun going out on the road and meeting listeners, and, you know, it's just been great. It's just been great.
It's great getting feedback back from our listeners, too. Good and bad. You know, we're always learning. We're always getting better.
Totally.
You know what's funny, Zach, is I was just you were talking about the Wednesday rolling downhill.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't ask me, because I always forget. If you asked me to answer that question about Wednesday, I would forget. But now I'm like, you know what? I always question, like, why does my son forget some of these words? We go through these words because we're doing homework now.
Oh, right? Yeah.
It's like
the
man. And to, and he struggles with they right now.
Sure. And he's 5.
He's 5.
Yeah.
He's only 5, and the kids are out here doing a bunch of homework, more homework than I've ever done in my life.
Well, that's not too hard to believe.
So I'm sitting at the dinner table with him, doing his homework, trying to get him to understand these words, sound them out. You know, I'm learning as I go, too, with sounding out these words.
Sure. Also easy to believe.
And it's funny because I can say this one word, it's they. And I can tell him it's they.
Yeah.
They. And we might go to the next word, and I'll come back right to it, and he'll forget it.
Sure.
And it's like trying to figure out the right way to teach my son how to do all this.
Yep.
So, like, you know, it's just funny because it's like maybe he's forgetting stuff because his dad forgets stuff.
Well, everyone learns differently.
They do.
You know, and my wife is she's an interventionist, and she has been working with kids for 15 years, and everyone's just a little bit different. I remember myself, if you showed me on a whiteboard a basketball play, it didn't connect with me.
Yeah.
It just did not connect with me. But if I'm out on the floor and we can physically run through the sequence, like, I'm much more comfortable. Legos, putting stuff together. For whatever reason, I have a block in my brain that I am really bad at, like, following directions at like even a reasonably or relatively high level, like putting together like a big thing of Legos for like, I'm not good at it. It's just, you got to know your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
You know, so
I can see that too. I know you're not good at it.
I'm just not.
Or reminders too.
Just not. Dude, you left your debit card in the vending machine.
I was trying to help out.
Dante, this was Friday evening, wasn't it?
I think so. I don't remember. It might no, because you guys were on the road on Friday. So Thursday? Yes. No, I went to fill my water up in the kitchen, and there was just like this beeping going on, and I was like, is the water machine beeping at me? Like, what's going on here? And then I finally tracked it to the vending machine, and I looked down, and there's just a credit card in the vending machine slot still.
I mean, you can't make it up.
Look, I'm testing you guys though.
I mean,
the integrity. Like, are you going to try to use my card, or are you going to call me? I just want to know who I'm surrounding myself with.
I didn't use it, but I did make fun of you in the group chat for it.
You did.
That felt fair. That felt like a good middle ground there.
Like loses his putter. Who loses their putter? It's the last club in your hand. You lose all the other clubs. You can't lose your putter. Oh my gosh. All right.
Them hits to the head, they count. They add up. They add up.
So your Buffs, Dion and your Buffs have a huge matchup this weekend. CU needs a Big 12 win. They need a Big 12 win. The schedule gets real difficult here moving forward. 3 consecutive games against top 25 opponents. And the game after that sequence, it's at Utah in Salt Lake. So
it's not an easy win on this schedule for the Buffs moving forward.
No, there's
Big
not.
12.
But I would say of any of the next 3 games against top 25 opponents, starting with number 25 BYU, then at number 24 TCU, and then hosting number 14 Iowa State, I think the most winnable game here is going to be on Saturday night at 8:15 on ESPN.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you as much as I want to. When you look at the schedule, you look at BYU and who BYU has played so far, it's like, yeah, like BYU is number 25.
Yeah.
But are they for real? We just don't know yet. They're well coached. They're going to be disciplined, but they have a freshman quarterback. Now they're running the hell out of the ball, but for Colorado, you have a defensive coordinator in Robert Livingston who's getting paid the highest defensive coordinator that has been paid in Colorado history.
Mm-hmm.
He has to do something about that. He has to make adjustments, which we've raved about with Robert Livingston. Is he does a great job during halftime making adjustments.
He does historically.
He'll make adjustments before the game starts and then go into halftime with more adjustments. Offensively, Pat Shurmur had a really good showing against Wyoming, but can you do it again? Caden Salter moving forward. I talked about this earlier, and you had some pushback. I said he's the solidified quarterback for Colorado moving forward. Now, I'm not saying he's the greatest quarterback out there, but what I'm saying is there's no other options. You're not playing Juju. He is not ready. Ryan Staub, you tried to have that feel-good story, but that's not the answer. The only guy that can win you games moving forward is going to be Caden Salter because he can utilize his legs, he's very fast, and he can throw well enough to make the plays. That's why I say he's Colorado's solidified quarterback moving forward.
You just can't put the solidified label on him when he's already been pulled.
And that was a bad decision.
I agree.
He should have never been pulled.
I agree, but you can't be a solidified quarterback when you've been pulled before going into week 3.
So what would you call it?
It's a helter-skelter situation, I think. and look, Salter played great on Saturday night, man. He deserves all the credit in the world. It's just it's a great moment for him in front of that crowd, which, by the way, left at halftime. Did you see some of the scuttlebutt about that? Have you heard
I did.
about that?
People were, some people were not happy with it. It seemed like Dion was okay with it because he said, hey, if you have people leaving after the game or before the game ends, that means you're probably doing well.
Yeah.
Or you're getting blown out, one or the other.
Yeah, I just have never heard a coach say I'm okay with the fans leaving. Just like I've never heard a coach say I don't believe in identity or I don't, show me what a solidified quarterback is. But he was because the students left.
You never had a coach like this, Zach.
No.
Everything is just different.
Everything is different. Everything is different. But yeah, the students left. The students bailed at halftime, and the game got interesting actually down the stretch kind of got a little like, what's going on here?
PTSD from when we played Stanford a couple years ago, where we had the game in the bag.
Great memory.
Then all of a sudden you come out at halftime.
Yep.
A touchdown scored. You're like, no biggie. Another one scored. A turnover. And now you're a little nervous. In that case, Stanford ended up beating us.
Yeah. And I remember that.
It's an ugly game.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I remember that because the one receiver, I think the Buffs might have been up like either like 21-7 or like 28-7. It might even have been
something like that.
They couldn't hold the one wide receiver. Kept on going crazy for Stanford. So this game on Saturday night, if I offered you over this next 3-game sequence.
Oh, here you go again.
All right, I'm going into my bag. All right, I have a deal.
That damn bag of yours.
I have a deal for you.
Keep that bag away from some of the Colorado players because we did that with Evan Ingram and Dre Greenlaw, and look at them both.
Yes, but again, there was a reason that we did it, right? When I said, hey, if you could, what was I saying?
The magic wand, you wave your magic wand, and you get to keep one healthy for the whole entire season.
Yep.
Who are you going with?
Yep. And then with the Greenlaw stuff, I gave you deals like, hey, would you take 12.5 games?
Yep.
You pushed the deal back across the table, and now we know for sure he won't even play in 12 games. As he was sent to IR over the weekend.
Why'd you have to put me on blast right there?
I
pushed it across the table,
framing it,
and now Dre Greenlaw is not going to play in 12 games.
Thanks, Phil.
It's insane.
Yes, it is. It is. But if I offered you the deal over the next 3 weeks, as you have 3 consecutive top 25 opponents, if I guaranteed you 1 win against one of these top 25 opponents, which to my recollection has happened a single time in the Prime era, and it was game 1, year 1 at TCU when they were probably still riding the coattails of what happened the year before, and they were not a very good team. But you went down there as a 21-point favorite, and you knocked off 17 TCU. They haven't had a top 25 win since then. If I guaranteed you 1 win over the next 3 weeks, would you take that deal? Or would you push the deal once again back across the table to me and say, no, thank you. We're going to try to win 2 of the 3, maybe 3 of the 3.
Look, pride's a hell of a thing. Coach Prime is getting paid $10 million to win games. So why am I going to settle for 1 win when we know that this is a tough schedule? And no matter who you're playing, every Saturday moving forward, it's going to be a game. Therefore, no, I'm not just taking 1 win. I'm pushing the deal across the table again.
Oh, no.
Take it, rip it, and shove it you know where.
Ugh.
Coach Prime needs to go out there and beat BYU because it's doable. Get into some rhythm. They have a talented team. They have a team that if they can start to believe in each other and start understanding, defensively specifically, understanding the scheme, they're going to have success. If Pat Shurmur can just stick to the RPO game and Caden Salter sticks at quarterback, you have some stability there now, and you can start to have success. The offensive line is holding up, just like the Denver Broncos offensive line is holding up in the pass game. So are the Buffs. But now you have to get these athletic, playmaking receivers more involved. That's what Caden Salter needs to do now. So with that being said, and knowing that we can beat BYU, I'm going to have to decline that deal and roll the dice. I'm optimistic about this season until they show me that they can't do it.
Okay.
Against Houston, there's context to it. Ryan Staub, there was no reason for that young man to be in the game.
There
wasn't, though. I mean, we talked about it.
They didn't have a fan vote. The coach said he's starting. That was a bad decision.
It was a bad decision. But Caden Salter and how he looked against Wyoming, can you be that version of yourself? I'm not saying you have to throw for 304 yards, but when you're out there, make good decisions. Be decisive. When it's time to run, run. When you have an open target, hit your open target. Be smart with the football and let your defense help you out throughout the game. If the defense you get rest against a freshman quarterback of BYU's rolling out there who's wearing a 47, number 47 jersey, you got to go after a freshman like that.
That is so funny.
A quarterback with 47 on, he probably has bad knees and asthma.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sorry. I can't take that deal.
It is a quarterback who does wear number 47. I can't make sense of that, and I won't try to. His name's Bear Bachmeier. And he's off to a pretty good start. He's thrown for over 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, hasn't turned it over.
All right, Mr. Bachmeier, we're going to find out because Colorado is going to bring pressure. They have no choice. They have to get to the quarterback.
Yep.
They have to stop the run.
And BYU is going to try to run it, and they will have play action off that run. They've been very successful running the football thus far. All right, they have a young running back named L.J. Martin that I mentioned earlier in the week, who's averaging over 100 yards a game. And so we'll see, man. We'll see.
And I know we're going to break this down.
Yeah.
I know we are throughout the week because there's context to a lot of the stuff you're saying.
There is, and we'll get into it more tomorrow, but you really can't look at BYU's numbers yet. Because you know what the numbers say? The numbers say they're the best defense in the country. They're allowing like 4.5 points a game, and I'm not kidding. But when you look at the context, they beat a Portland State, who is just historically bad year after year, 69-0, Stanford 27-3, and at East Carolina 34-13. East Carolina, decent non-conference win, I guess. But you can't like we don't know who they are.
Yeah,
we just don't know who they are,
and we don't know who Colorado is.
No, not really.
Like yes, Coach Prime, you have to have identity, and it starts at the quarterback position. And now that we know that we're rolling with Caden Salter, now you kind of can start figuring out who you want to be as a team.
Yeah. Dante, would you accept the deal that I offered, Phil? Would you take the 1 win, or would you roll the dice and try for more?
I'm taking 1 win.
Yeah.
I mean, after how this team looked against a Big 12 team, I think you got to take the 1 win.
You can put a top 25 win in your pocket? Like,
Of course you would say that, Dante.
Well, I mean,
you're the enemy.
The enemy. I'm trying to give you guys a win.
It's true.
You guys might end up with 0 ranked wins this year. Probably will end up with 0 ranked wins.
Probably.
According to the odds makers, that's the likely thing, but that's why they play the games, right? That's why they play the games.
Thank you, Zach.
That's why you kick off.
Yes.
So
yes.
We'll see. Drew Spivak, a fellow Buff, would you take one win here over the next 3 against 3 top 25 opponents? You guys don't have a top 25 win since back to week 1 in 23. Would you take the 1 win now, or would you roll the dice and say, nah, I'm going for more?
If you'd asked me this 3 weeks ago, I'd have said, man, I'm rolling the dice, baby. I'm rolling it. But when you look at the strength of these 3 opponents, what BYU does, how good TCU is having to do it on the road, and then you got to play a really good Iowa State team at home over the next 3 weeks, give me that 1 win. If I can guarantee myself 1 win, especially with the way the schedule plays out for the Buffs, I'm taking that win.
All right.
Shame on you, Drew.
There's no shame.
Oh, there is.
No. Listen, I have lost a lot of my confidence in the Buffs. Now, some of it, very little of it came back after their performance on Saturday. But
some of it, he said very little.
Listen, BYU's a really good football team. We think. We assume. We don't know.
There you go.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. But defensively, I think they're going to be a really good football team.
I'll tell you what, man, and there's another team that we just don't know who they are, and they have a big, fat, nice number next to their name. It's Penn State. And Penn State has Oregon this weekend. And I mean, guys, you see the matchups this weekend? It's
beautiful,
psychotic. And I mentioned this to you guys last week. I said, yeah, this weekend will be nice. This is like last Thursday or Friday. But next weekend is nuts. Because you just look at the slate. You have Alabama going between the hedges on Saturday night. Crimson Tide and Georgia Bulldogs.
Let's go.
All right, you have number 20. This is sneaky. This is the big noon kickoff game. Number 21 USC, which has been way better than I thought. Way better than I thought. Traveling to number 23 Illinois in Champaign, coming off a 50-point loss to Kurt Cignetti in Indiana last week. But a top 25 matchup. That's 10 a.m. on Fox. Then you have a little bit later in the day, number 1 Ohio State at Washington. Washington boasts the second longest win streak in the country after only Georgia. All right, and Washington, by the way, is a 3-0 football team who did not receive a single top 25 vote. All right, so keep that in your pocket because that's going to be real motivation for them. Not a single vote this past week.
And don't forget, Ohio State's taking a freshman quarterback going on his first road assignment.
Julian Sayin.
In that environment.
Yes.
That's going to be a tough task.
How much stock do you have in Ohio State now, though? Because of that Texas, right? You had the Texas, that big-time showdown.
Yep.
But then now looking at Arch Manning and looking at Texas, they don't look as good as advertised.
It's aged different. Like their resume has aged different. Same thing for LSU. Their resume has aged different. But number 6 Oregon at number 3 Penn State on NBC on Saturday evening. There is no way I'm missing these games. on Saturday night. And then that will lead into BYU at Colorado to finish. It's the latest game of the evening, and the nation will be. That game's going to do numbers.
Oh, yeah.
That's
why they're there. That's why they're there. Late night. Prime time.
Hey, it starts Friday night, too. TCU at ASU. Big 12 matchup.
That is a huge match. That's fun.
I was just looking at that, like forks down. TCU is going to run through them.
Well, TCU is tough. Don't forget, you guys have to go down to Fort Worth in a couple weeks.
Oh, for sure.
Next week.
There's not a number big enough, brother. There's not a number big enough. There's not a number big enough.
What happened the last time we went to TCU?
Yeah, that was.
What happened last time?
Yep. It's like the sequel to The Outsiders. That was then. This is now.
And then also want to give a shout out FCS football, Idaho at Montana, also 8:15 on Saturday night, ESPN2.
Interesting. That's a heavyweight FCS matchup.
That's for the sickos, especially if CU and BYU ends up not being such a good football game.
Yeah, I'll lay a number on that. I'm not scared to bet on FCS football.
How about Notre Dame, though? We were talking yesterday. Like, if Notre Dame drops another one, they're out.
Yes,
this is wild.
They literally have to run the table to go to the college football playoff. And there's a scenario where it's still not good enough because the strength of opponents that they have left on the schedule. So can't wait for all of it. All right, this is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. Hanging out with you here on a hump day, rolling downhill, hour number 4. Let's shift gears to the Denver Broncos. Have a must-win game on deck on Monday night, playing the Cincinnati Bengals in a revenge game of their own. That loss in overtime late last year when Sean Payton was playing for a tie.
Here you go.
Never seen anything like it.
Sean's name triggers you now, Zach.
It doesn't. He just drove me nuts on game days. And then non-game days with some comments and all that stuff. But still not turn my back on Sean or anything like that.
Don't turn your back on Sean because you already turned your back on Uncle Signetti and look what he did.
No, I did not turn my back on Kirk Signetti.
Did.
No.
It's a cruel man right there.
He is a cruel man. The computers. What are the computers saying about the Broncos' current playoff probability after blown games in back-to-back weeks? How about their current projected win total? So ESPN has a football power index. You guys see it all the time on the TV, on ESPN.com. They collect every data point known to man, known to the game of football. They collect it all right, and then they simulate the season thousands and thousands and thousands of times, all right, with everything taken under consideration. And the current projected win total for the Denver Broncos is 8.7.
8.7. Ooh.
Thoughts?
I don't like it. I don't like it. Yes, Denver is 1-2 right now. I do know that. We end up dropping 2 games we should have won. End up getting beat after the, I'm going to use the basketball term, after the buzzer, which I don't know how that happens, but it did.
Should be impossible.
Twice.
Yep, twice.
So 8.5 or 8.7, pretty much 9. That's not acceptable. I'm not accepting that with this Denver defense that is still playing really good football. They're going to figure out who they are. They're going to play smarter football. Like Hufanga's not going to have the penalties he had last Sunday. And then the offense. The thing about the offense is, Zach, we're in games and they're not playing good football. They're not playing consistent enough. Our offensive line is holding up. Bo Nix is not good enough right now. The receivers are not good enough. Our running backs, I should say J.K. Dobbins, at times is looking really, really good, but can he be consistent in the first half? Can we have a consistent run game so that we can build off of that and build into play action, and now you have open receivers? But yet we're still in these games. We should have beat the Chargers. We should have beat the Colts. And that's why I'm sitting here saying that 8.7, 9 wins, no, I'm not accepting that. We still have a chance to win 10 games, 11 games, for sure 10, but maybe 11.
Well, that's just the scenario, all right? And this is not like someone's opinion. This is just the supercomputers and taking everything into consideration and doing 10,000 simulations. I don't believe that this will ultimately be the number, but I understand why it sits today at a projected win total of 8.7 because you had an over-under. If I were to blend the analytics with the odds makers, you had an over-under win total of 9.5. You're 1-2, and the current projected win total is 8.7.
What do your eyes say, though?
Yeah. Well, I'll just say the math of it makes sense to me. My eyes and my gut still believes that this team is going to be a 10-win football team. All right? And these losses have been dramatic. They've been gutting. But, we did the segment earlier in the show, and if you missed it, you can go back and check it out on our podcast. Our radio show becomes a podcast within like 15, 20 minutes after the show wraps up. But just to summarize a previous segment, the Broncos are one of the most undisciplined teams in the league. 218 yards just in penalties. That's fourth most in the NFL. Broncos have 24 accepted penalties to go with 6 decline flags. That is 30 flags in 3 games. Broncos have 7 pre-snap penalties. All right, and they're from veteran players. So if you have a quarterback who is missing wide open wide receivers, you have a team that's one of the most undisciplined teams in the entire league right now, and the 2 teams that beat you haven't lost a game yet. Yeah. They're both 3-0, and you had a chance to beat them both. I think you're looking at it the right way. I really do. I think you're looking at it the right way. The record of the team right now does not reflect who we believe they're going to become here.
And then you look across the league. Look at the AFC. Look at what the Raiders look like right now. The Chiefs. You can even look at someone like Baltimore. And Baltimore's losing games, and you're like, wow, what's going on now? They're tough games. But everything is still out there. The Denver Broncos still control their own destiny.
Yep, it's true.
And that's all you can ask for is a chance. You dropped 2 games you should have won. Definitely the Colts, where it's like, dude, that was supposed to be a game where you just win, you get ready for the Chargers. That wasn't the case.
No.
But everything is still out in front of you. What do you do with it? Minimize the penalties. Start maintaining drives. There's no more of these 3-and-outs. We can't have 6 3-and-outs in a game. That just can't happen.
That's insane.
That sounds like the Colorado Buffs. Can't happen.
No.
Defensively, the moments matter. When it matters the most, make a play.
Well, so that's the projected win total from ESPN's Football Power Index, 8.7. The projected playoff chance right now is 49% likelihood to be in the NFL playoffs. So about a coin flip from where things stand right now. These numbers are fluid. We know that. All right. It's so early in the season. But I thought it was worth mentioning when we're going to continue to do this segment like we have for years, looking at the analytics and the projection, the forecast for the Broncos. 49% chance to make the playoffs. Is that fair?
It's fair right now. We're 1-2. We have to find a way to beat a couple teams with a winning record on top of that. Like, we have to be believable. And we have a lot of football left. It's fair right now.
Okay.
Because of that.
I believe so as well. Are you curious about their chances to win the division?
Let's do it, man.
The current probability for the Denver Broncos to still win the AFC West, it sits at 8% likelihood. Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, look who's in front of us.
Yeah.
All right, the Chargers, it end up coming down to a field goal. We could still split with them. We haven't played the Raiders. We haven't played the Chiefs yet. Both those teams don't look invincible.
No,
they're very
not.
beatable.
Yep.
So it's right there for us. So the Chargers, you're hoping that the Chargers drop a couple games, which I think they are, because the Chargers are starting to lose some of their starters, especially on the offensive line. What does that look like in 3 or 4 weeks? Now, Denver's going to have to continue to be healthy, and they're dealing with some health issues right now with Evan Ingram and Dre Greenlaw, but they're still fairly healthy, where the Chargers are starting to drop like flies.
All right, so that is the chance at winning the AFC West, 8%. To make the divisional round, I think this is so interesting. So to win a wild card game and be playing on divisional weekend, 22% probability. That's a little bit higher than I thought, to be completely honest with you, Phil. When it comes to making the AFC Championship game, let's just go here, right? We're doing Sports Talk Radio.
Get crazy.
9% likelihood to play on championship weekend and be in the NFL's Final Four. If you just want to take it a step further, and Sean was talking Super Bowl, Cecil told me Super Bowl 60 is theirs until it's not.
Yeah, he did today.
4% to play in the Super Bowl, 1.8% chance to win the Super Bowl. So those are the numbers. We'll update you on this every week on a Tuesday or a Wednesday here moving forward, the same way that we have for years. Okay. Looking at the schedule, Mr. Phillip Lindsay, looking at the Broncos schedule.
Dust that schedule off.
There's Let's just look at the next month the same way that we did with CU a few minutes ago.
All right.
Cincinnati at home on Monday Night Football leads into a short week at the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll be a earlier game. The body clock for the Broncos will be at 11 a.m. They're historically playing in the afternoon. And those early East Coast starts have been unkind throughout the entire history of the Broncos.
Yeah, I hated those ones. Just waking up and you're already having to wake up early. Your body's not into it. And then you got to go to a hostile environment. For me, I just continue to think of the Buffalo Bills. The Bills, man, waking up, it is really early. Late there, but like really early. And it's like, or late here, early there. Man, I hated those games.
Yep.
And we get our butts whooped.
Yep. And then beyond that, Phil, it's at the New York Jets, week 6, but it's not really at the Jets. It's over in England at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. All right. And then followed by the New York Giants, who will be rolling out a rookie quarterback as he was named as the permanent starter here. Talking about Jackson Dart, the permanent starter moving forward, barring any injury. And even if he did get injured, I still don't think we'd see Russell Wilson.
Or you think they're going to skip over Russ and go with
Jameis? Yeah, like if Jackson Dart got hurt in the week before Broncos, it would be Jameis starting. I think they are completely done with Russell Wilson. By the way, did you see, and I know this is old news from over the weekend, but Chris Jones saying that in the past that he was asking for Russell Wilson a jersey swap, and Russ never swapped with him. And now he said, I don't want his jersey anymore. He said, once you get to know about someone, he goes, I wouldn't even accept it now.
It makes sense. It makes sense. And I know it's different in a way, but I remember asking for Aaron Rodgers' jersey. It was after the game, and Aaron Rodgers came up to me. We lost the game, but I had a good game. He came up and said, hey, man, I love the way you run. Keep doing your thing. Like, it doesn't go unnoticed. And so I thought that was my moment. Like, can I please have your jersey?
Yeah, he's showing love.
Yes. And he was like, I don't swap jerseys. I don't swap jerseys unless it's somebody big time, pretty much, like Payton Manning, somebody like that.
Sure.
It hurt me because it's like, man, why? Like, you literally can go the next day and get another jersey.
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt for you to give me your jersey. And I'm in the NFL too. I'm not gonna sell your jersey. I want to put it on my wall.
Well, of course.
Cam Newton was the same way. I'm still waiting for my jersey. I even hit him up. After the game. Like, hey, I know. Like,
did he say he would?
Well, he did on the field.
Yeah.
And then I hit him up, and it's like, hey, he didn't read it. And it's like, man, all I'm trying to do is put it on my wall so that when my kids get older, they can say, wow, Dad got to play against or play with.
That's right.
Some of these players.
Yeah. But, people can be like that, when they view their own self in such a way. And it doesn't shock me, by the way, that these two people are Aaron Rodgers and Cam Newton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because once you start seeing yourself in this elitist light, and Russell Wilson is a part of this. Russell Wilson is the most arrogant, elitist athlete that I have ever covered. And that is why he is even there's been some other guys that have come through Denver that I don't think are, good dudes. Russell, oh, God.
He wouldn't give his teammates his own numbers.
I mean, it's insane. Phil, I could go on 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I could go on 10 minutes. Okay, but all I need to know is that you have a patch on your jersey that says you were Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Oh, this one eats at you.
And you hired a firm to help win you the award, and 22 cents of every dollar from the charity you won the award was actually going to the charity. And you completely schemed it up, and the head of the charity was making over $200,000, but was working for you on a personal capacity, which is literally illegal. You can't do that. But there Russ was doing it. And there's a million other stuff. He wouldn't open his own doors. No, I'm dead serious. I'm talking about not even on camera. I have a friend, he pulled up to his house to look at a house, and he has the chauffeur get out and open his doors. It's a little thing. But if you think Peyton Manning is waiting in the backseat of a car for a chauffeur to get out and open his damn door, you're crazy.
Oh, I mean, Peyton's the man, the man of the people. He's
yes.
a hero here. You can see Peyton work out, and he'll take the time to take a picture with you or just have a conversation with you.
Imagine Peyton Manning go to an Avs game and have the game day ops people hang plexiglass on both sides of your box so people can't touch you.
Wasn't that COVID, though?
No. Russ didn't come here till 2022.
Okay, so COVID wasn't.
I mean.
Yeah,
Russ and Sierra would get 4 seats on the floor of the Nuggets game, not because they had 4 people, because they didn't want anyone sitting next to them. So they sit in the middle. There's a million stories like, I mean, the guy wore his own jersey into the Broncos facility on the first day of practice. His own, like Russell Wilson wearing Russell Wilson's jersey, like a goofball. So I can get going on this because there's other stuff that I can't even share.
Like, hey, come on, Aaron. Let me just have your jersey, bro. Dang. It's not going to hurt you.
How do we get going on this? Because Chris Jones says, I don't even want Russell Wilson's jersey now. Crazy. Okay, so let's look at the schedule. Cincinnati at home, at Philly, at a neutral game against the Jets in England, and home against the New York Giants. What's the record over the next 4 games?
The record, it needs to be 3-1 at least. Now you could drop the ball on with Philly. I understand that, Super Bowl champs. It's an early kickoff game for the Broncos, and it's on a short week. Okay, that's going to be tough. But when you're going up against Cincy and they don't have their quarterback, and they're not a really good team right now, to be honest with you, defensively and offensively, and Jake Browning will turn the ball over, you have to win that. When you're going up against the Jets, who are 0-3, by the way, now they may have win a game before we play them, but they're 0-3, you have to handle that. When you're going up against a rookie quarterback in Jackson Dart and the Giants, who are just not a good team either, and you want to talk about a Super Bowl, then you need to beat the Giants.
Yeah.
Like 3-1, Zach, like that where it needs to be 3-1. Hopefully it's 4-0.
Yeah, and I'll go so far to say if it's anything less than 3-1, something went wrong. Cincinnati does not have their starting quarterback, who's an all-world player. Jake Browning has never won a football game starting against another current starter. He's got, I believe, 4 victories in his career, and they've all come against backup quarterbacks. And you're at home. Have to have it, period. The New York Jets and New York Giants are combined 0-6 and are just unimpressive. And the Giants is at home, and the Jets is on a neutral field. And so any one of those losses, Giants, Jets, Cincinnati, would be a bad loss. And you know, I'm not predicting anything, although in my gut, if the Broncos play good football, they can go into Philly and win that game.
You've been saying that for a couple of days now. You've been feeling some type of way about it.
Yes, and Philly is, they're a great football team. They're the world champions for a reason, but they're a bit different team than they were last year. And if you remember last year, this time last year, people wanted Nick Sirianni fired, and they're not blowing people out. A 4-point win at home against Dallas, a 3-point win at Kansas City, and a walk-off win, which they were about to lose this past week against the Rams.
You see what Drew Brees said about the Eagles. Drew Brees said that
their offense
respects
is,
them,
yeah.
but it's a boring offense.
For him to watch,
Yeah. You know, but what it's telling you is, like, one, boring is good when you're winning. But also there's nothing to this offense. We're talking about the Eagles, where it's like if you are a top 5 defense, you should be able to hang with the Eagles. You should be able to find a way to try to stop Saquon Barkley and force Jalen Hurts to throw you, beat you in the air. If you can do that, you have a good chance of winning this game. But if you let them run on you,
yep. Oh, yeah.
It'll be a long day, long afternoon for you, buddy.
Yeah, and so the Eagles here this coming week are in Tampa, who's also 3-0. So really nice fun, 3-0 versus 3-0. My hope is that Philly goes into Tampa, who has won all 3 of their games in comeback fashion, goes into Tampa and wins that game and is 4-0 and feeling great and is ripe for the picking against these Denver Broncos. So 3-1 for me is a requirement, considering the strength of schedule, strength of opponent, or lack thereof. So we'll see actually what it looks like here. Talk to me here while we have a couple minutes left here. What have you seen from this Broncos offensive line?
For the last 3 weeks, Zach, inconsistent when it comes to just being a all-around good offensive line in the run game, in pass game. Pass game-wise, they're doing a phenomenal job of holding up for Bo Nix. Run game-wise, very inconsistent in there's times where the hole's wide open, and you have J.K. Dobbins that's gashing for 18, 41 yards, 19 yards, and a touchdown.
Yep.
But then there's times during the run game where J.K. Dobbins is getting hit before he even gets the ball, or right when he gets the ball, he's getting hit for a loss of 2. Or J.K. Dobbins doesn't have a chance to set up a block because the offensive line is getting pushed into the backfield. Now it's no gain. And that has to stop. If you're an offensive line that's being paid a lot of money, this is the second highest paid offensive line in the league. There's a reason for that. because you think highly of your linemen. You think highly that, hey, we're going to get push up front, whether it's holding up in the pass game or making a hole for J.K. Dobbins. It's about being consistent. Now, it's early, and there's players on the offensive line that are doing a really good job, like Garrett Bowles.
Yeah.
But as a unit, it seems like they're not on the same page just yet. It seems like there's lack of communication when it comes to picking up some of these blitzes. And a lot of times, if a team knows that you're going to run the ball on that play, they're going to bring a blitz so that they can stop the run. In order to stop that from happening, you have to communicate. And I don't know if that's more on Bo Nix, making sure that he's directing the offensive lineman to the blitz, or if that's the center, Wattenberg, putting the quarterback and the offensive line in good situations too, where it's like, hey, this is what I'm looking at. It's a Okie front. It's a 3-down front. Blitz is coming this way. Mike 45. I'm talking in football language now. You mic the linebacker to give yourself the best chance to make that block to spring that run. So from when I'm looking at with this offensive line, because I look at it as a running back, is offensively when they're holding up for the pass, doing a great job right now. But when it's time to get downhill and run the ball, very inconsistent.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good breakdown and summary. According to Pro Football Focus offensive line grades and ESPN's pass block win rate, Broncos grade out as the best pass blocking team in professional football through the first 3 weeks of the season. So run blocking, that's a different story, and we'll continue to gather information on that. Hey, real quick, before we go, we told a story earlier in the show, and I just want to reset it. Phil and I were out on a golf course recently, all right? And one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me on a golf course and you on a golf course happened. It's got nothing to actually do with golf. We'll recap that story. All right. Also, ESPN rolling out their top 100 NBA players ahead of the season. And, man, I have a great feeling in my gut about something. And we'll talk about all that coming up next.
Does Bo Nix shoulder the most blame for the loss to the Chargers?
Am I pinning it all on Bo? No, but you can't have it both ways. You can't, as a football fan or as a football media, talk endlessly about the importance of the quarterback, and then after a game like this say, well, what do you mean? It wasn't really Bo's fault. Can't have it both ways.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Imagine your home quieter, cooler, and more beautiful with the new Infinity from Marvin windows. Right now, Gravina's Window Center of Littleton is offering 25% off. These aren't ordinary windows. They're built to outlast, outperform, and turn heads. Family owned since 1973, trusted across Colorado, and they never cut corners. Call them 303-794-0490 or visit windowsforyourhome.com. Don't delay. Quality costs less than regret.
Select Help, how can we help?
Hi, my CEO needs a POV on the ROI of HDHPs by EOD.
Okay, so you're a small business. Let's start there.
How'd you know that?
Let's just say it's not my first RODEO. Get it? Rodeo.
Oh, right. Letters.
Let's get started.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health. Insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. And here's the kicker. When you work with both American Financing and their partner American Home Agents, you can receive a credit on closing costs of up to 1% or a max of $10,000 on your home loan. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, it's time to step in, and American Financing is the place to start. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home with as little as 3% down, and with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. Pick up the phone, call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Mike Evans here for Copperhead Plumbing. Your home doesn't have to flood before you know there's a problem. With the Mow and Flow Smart Water Shutoff System, you can monitor your home's water usage in real time right from your phone. You'll get notified the moment a leak starts. Trust Copperhead Plumbing for professional installation. Ask about installing a Mow and Flow system today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
Denver, are you ready to ascend? Bring me the horizon. USA Ascension Program Part 1.
Every sky will build my friend.
Taking over Ball Arena this Monday with special guest
Crawling from hell.
Motionless in White, The Plot in You, and Amira El Fiki. On sale now through Ticketmaster. Produced by Live Nation. Bring Me the Horizon. New album, Post-Human Next Gen. Out now.
Ball means football, and at Postman Law, we know winning matters. Our attorneys have won more than $3 billion for our clients, delivering the results they need when life gets tough. Car crash, workplace injury, serious accident. We know the insurance company's playbook, and we're here to help rewrite it for you with speed, ease, and results. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
Hey guys, boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-944-33, 720-944-33. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, ESPN is rolling out their top 100 players ahead of the season, which, by the way, I mean, this is crazy. We're less than a month away from the puck dropping with the Avs and from tip-off of the Denver Nuggets season. It is currently September 24th. Tip-off is in Golden State on October 23rd.
Revenge. Revenge should be on all of their minds when you're dealing with the Nuggets and the Avs. They have great opportunities in front of them to win championships, man.
Yeah.
This is wild.
It is. I'm super, super excited. Both teams should have a bit of a bad taste in their mouth. And we'll talk about them here in just a couple of minutes. But first, just a little bit of story time here. Just a little bit of story time.
Did you some popcorn?
So this is crazy, man. And I'm not saying this is the craziest thing that's ever happened on a golf course, because we've seen some crazy stuff, right? Especially here lately. But this is crazy. So we were at a golf course together very recently, and I'm not going to say what golf course it was, just in order to, because it's a bit of a like chaotic sequence, and I don't want anything like that reflecting on the golf course. So we're just going to keep the name of it out. But a Colorado golf course we were at recently, and it was unavoidable. There was a huge snake, and I'm talking 4 foot long, all right? The thickness of, like, I'd say, like the end, like the butt end of a carrot, like the thickest part of a carrot. This was not a small snake, all right? And it's one of the bigger snakes I've ever seen on a golf course.
Yeah.
But when you see snakes on a golf course, more often than not, they're in the longer stuff. This snake was out in the middle of the fairway, just shy of the green, maybe 15 feet shy of the green. So there's no mistaking what's going on. There's no out of the corner of your eye. It's like, holy smokes, look at the size of the snake.
Like Happy Gilmore with the alligator.
Yes. So we're having fun with it. We take a couple pictures behind it. We're not getting too close, but he starts to slither away from us. He's probably a little bit scared, and he's slithering away, but he's heading in the direction of our golf cart, and we're watching him clearly the whole way. We're like, he's still going at the golf cart. This snake slithers underneath our golf cart. And what I was thinking was, maybe he's just hot. He wants to get out of the sun and there's shade, or just get away from us, and he'll keep going beyond the golf cart.
Yep.
Well, this snake starts to stand up, almost like the snake emoji, or you see a snake in a movie, like raise its head, and the snake raises its head underneath the golf cart and sticks his head inside the bottom of the cart. And then he starts to climb into the cart. And don't mistake me, I'm not talking about getting on the seats of the cart. He is literally burrowing himself through a hole underneath the golf cart, and all 4 foot of this snake is inside the cart.
Just wrapped around the gas pedal, right?
Yeah, it was wrapped around the gas pedal, to the point where, if you've ever been in a golf cart, when you push the pedal down, the pedal, it's not flush with the floor. You can see a little bit into the cart.
Yeah.
So the snake's body is wrapped around the gas pedal and all intertwined inside within the cart. And he's moving. You can see the snake's body moving over the pedal.
Yeah, he's setting himself up for a delicious meal. And I wasn't going to be his victim. I'll tell you that right now. I was not getting in that cart, because you know how scary movies are. You know how scary movies go.
What do you mean?
The black man dies in the movie first. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I stay far away from it.
And we're both not big fans of snakes.
No.
I'm scared of them. They freak me out. They just freak me out. And so we don't know what to do. We're pushing the gas pedal, seeing if it can maybe scare the snake out of his position. We eventually just call the pro shop, and they sent another cart out, and there was a snake enthusiast that worked at the pro shop and that wanted to volunteer to get the snake out of this golf cart. But it was pretty crazy. There's a really good chance I could golf for the next 50 years and never see something like that again.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't want to see it again. What are the odds of that happening? Okay, seeing a snake, cool. But for it to go into our cart and just kind of make himself at home?
It was
I'm
nuts.
Good.
And here's the thing. We're in the age of, video and smartphone. So we actually have this documented. You got to go see the video. I just put it out on social media. It's on Twitter or X. You can follow me at Buysline. Phil is at I See You Boy.
Yep.
Is that on your timeline?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so you can find it on either of our timelines. On Instagram at ZBuy23. It's there. Phil shared it as well. YouTube at Buysline. Byesline. Go watch the video. I mean, it's wacky. It's wacky. All right. let's get back to business here. ESPN is rolling out their top 100 NBA players ahead of the season. And, man, there is a really good sign here. Really good sign. And we'll talk about what and why coming up next.
Do the Broncos have a problem that goes beyond the playbook?
Your football team is undisciplined. Figure it out. Last year, you told the Carolina Panthers, play better, right? When you wanted to rub their nose in it. Hey, Sean, coach better.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play. Stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Winter and the holidays will be here before you know it. Don't wait to upgrade your home. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the Colorado snow flies. Enjoy low interest financing for 15 years, often better than your bank, with no prepayment penalty. Stay warm, boost your home's value, and pay less each month. Prices go up every year, so lock in your free quote today. Host the next game day party at your house. Call 5280 Exteriors now and see how low your monthly payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Brandon Stokel here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and get treated for your low T, because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
Everyone does, but it's only U.S. Mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, final segment here on a hump day. And a little treat. A little treat here to finish. A little cherry on top. Friend of the show who has not been on with us in months. It's good to see him around here.
Hey, been ducking us, man.
Is Jake Shapiro from DenverSports.com, Mile High Hoops podcast. What up, Jake?
Oh, we're getting ready to do the Mile High Hoops podcast. It's coming back with a roar in a few weeks.
I can't wait to listen, maybe be a part of a few episodes.
Of course.
Man, oh man.
Does he have to sign up for that, though, Jake?
You know, there's a long list. James Marilat's on it a couple times to complain about the coaching. He'll find a way to make David Adelman's problems somehow related to Michael Malone. So, you got to wait your turn, Zach, but I think you'll get in there.
All right. I'll hold my breath. You let me know. So ESPN is rolling out their top 100 NBA players ahead of the season. And I, for one, did not need any more wind in my sail to be excited about this season. I really didn't. I am just... This squad that they have assembled is the best squad since the 23 championship team. All right. And thankfully, this organization did the right thing, and they surrounded Jokic with veteran players. All right. And looking through this list, though, it just gave me a little spur of excitement, a little spur in my side, because there are 150 starters in the NBA. Okay. There's 30 teams. You start 5 guys. This top 100 list, how about Jonas Valanciunas coming in inside the top 90 as a non-starter for the Nuggets? This represents the best backup in the Jokic era. I don't even think it's particularly close. I hope it won't be anyway. He was 91st on this list a year ago. He jumped up. And he came off the bench last year 60 times. That's more than ever combined in his 12-year career. So he understands the assignment. He is like locked in as the backup. His career's trending that way based on last season anyway. So Valanciunas as a non-starter coming inside the top 90, Jake, it just, again, I didn't need this list per se, but it's pretty cool, the dynamics here at play.
Nikola Jokic's backup, Jonas Valanciunas, is the best backup the Nuggets have had since Nikola Jokic was the backup for Jusuf Nurkic.
Yep.
Crazy.
It's crazy to say, but it's true. I mean, Valanciunas was one of the best rebounders in the league last year. He's a guy that can stretch the floor and shoot. He doesn't do it the last couple years because he wasn't asked to do it the last couple years.
But he's capable.
Definitely is. He can pass out of the post. He can pass from the center of the court. He has a lot of scoring ability from the post. He's a top 5 pick in the NBA draft. This is the most talented player the Nuggets have had off the bench since, J.R. Smith.
Yeah, and you know what? I think you might be spot on that. I didn't think about it like that. But just fortifying the backup center position, which has been a topic of discussion for years here in Denver. For years. Cam Johnson. Couldn't be more excited about this fit. Okay, and sports are about fit. It's not a game of one-on-one. Cam Johnson came in at this list after not being ranked a year ago inside the top 70. All right, by the way, it was Michael Porter Jr. who came in at 70. So it's kind of like a small footnote sort of victory.
It's like, take that.
Last season, Cam Johnson, career high in points, career high in field goal percentage, career high in assists. He can play with the ball, as his usage rate was the highest it had ever been a year ago, but he can also play off the ball. He's going to be a perfect fit, can create off the bounce, can knock down shots. Do
you think it's going to take him some time to kind of get going with Jokic, or is this kind of like, hey, let's go, it's going to be a great fit right off the bat?
I think it'll be right off the bat because he's such a high IQ player. The Nuggets got smarter, and he's a big reason why. Jake, what do you think?
Yeah, it still took about a month when Bruce Brown and KCP integrated themselves in 2023, so I wouldn't be surprised if it takes a little bit. One of the things Bruce Brown said a lot the first time he was here in Denver was, I knew the passes were going to come, but boy, those passes are coming.
Right.
So Cam's going to be ready to shoot, but I think the biggest thing about Cam that's getting completely overlooked is the Nuggets had such a gap in their playmaking skills from Jamal Murray to Aaron Gordon. They just didn't have anyone there. It was a void. Cam Johnson led the Nets in assists last year. No one's talking about that. Everyone's talking about, he's a three-point shooter, similar level of Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, you're completely right. He's not the defender people might think he is, or at least hasn't been with the Nets because there's nothing really to play for. So we'll see if what he was in Phoenix, which was one of the better defensive players in the league, can come back into fruition. But I'm interested to see that playmaking ability give the Nuggets another dynamic because I think their biggest struggle the last couple years of the playoffs was simply breaking ball pressure. And it was all on Jamal to do it, and Aaron Gordon helped. And by the way, that's how Aaron Gordon got hurt in Game 6 of the Thunder series last year, was breaking ball pressure.
That's right. It's a good recall, Jake. Jake Shapiro with us in studio. So super fired up about that. Super fired up about Cam Johnson. He comes in at number 67 on ESPN's Top 100 coming into the year. Christian Brown, another player not on this list a year ago, comes in at number 62. And much like Cam Johnson, who I just told you was career high in points, field goal percentage, and assists, Christian Brown, career high in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. And for him to come in in the top 65 after not being ranked a year ago, that matches up. His standing on this list matches up with who we saw a year ago when you combine his offense with his defense.
Zach, and who's 61 and who's 63 between Christian Brown on each side?
I did not pay attention.
Zion 61 and LaMelo Ball is 63. That's where Christian Brown is according to the general NBA world right now.
So tell me this.
Pretty impressive.
What's going on with Christian Brown's extension? The deadline's October 31st.
I would expect it probably to not come this offseason because the way restricted free agency is played out this year with this Jonathan Kuminga thing that's loomed over the Warriors. Cam Thomas has even signed the qualifying offer. Josh Giddey took a discount at 4 years for $100 million. People are projecting Christian Brown to make $28 million.
That's right.
If Josh Giddey's only making $25 million, why am I paying Christian Brown, who's, in my opinion, a little bit lesser of a player, $28 million? So I think it behooves the Nuggets to roll this over into next year, into a contract year, and let restricted free agency play out because all of the RFAs this past summer have not done well, and that might behoove the Nuggets long-term because they are up against it with obviously their core.
At one point, Bobby Marks was saying Christian Brown could command $30 million. And so let's just keep our eye on that. By the way, and I know no one cares about this, and it's just watch the dynamic in Brooklyn between Cam Thomas, who I know his game a little bit better than the average fan, Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr. I'm telling you, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare.
Zach, I've seen people say Michael Porter Jr. is going to lead the league in scoring. We know in Denver he can't create his own shot. Not really.
Right.
And Cam Thomas doesn't pass.
He doesn't pass.
How is he going to lead the league in scoring?
No. I can't. Just watch that dynamic play out. It wouldn't shock me if there's a war of words through the media by December. And then Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray was the only guy on this list because Aaron Gordon was 49th last year on ESPN's Top 100. He's up to 40. I already told you Christian Brown wasn't ranked last year. He's at 62. Cam Johnson wasn't ranked last year. He's at 67. Valanciunas was 91 a year ago, 91st. He's now at 87. So everyone on the Nuggets roster, 4 of the top 6 jumped up.
Yep.
Jamal's the only one who has fallen. And 2 years ago, coming off the championship, he came in at number 17, I believe. It was 17 or 19, I forget, but he was in the top 20. Last year, he came in at 31st in this list. This year, he dropped another 15 spots to number 46. And it's pretty revealing how, people who cover the league closely are viewing, if you just look at the stats of the regular season, there's nothing to see here, but when you understand the context of the situation, I think there's a reason for this precipitous fall, Jake.
If you were in the business of buying Jamal Murray stock, the price has never been lower. Right now is the time to get in and say, I believed in Jamal when everyone was going against him. So I don't know that Jamal's going to have the great rebound that some are projecting. I hope that happens, but based off what we saw in the playoffs last year, it seems like it's starting to become a struggle for Jamal Murray with some of his athleticism and obviously the injuries he's had. Getting Cam Johnson here to support Jamal Murray, I think is a big win for the Nuggets because Jamal's going to be able to go one-on-one instead of like in the Oklahoma City series where it was basically 2-on-5 the entire series with Jokic and Jamal.
I'll tell you this, I'm buying stock. I believe in Jamal Murray this year. I think he's had a great offseason. I can't wait to hear what Jamal Murray has to say during media day. So, but I'm buying that stock, man.
Well, he's got to get everything right. You know, head right, body right, some of the off-court habits right, and we're fixing to find out here. Less than 1 month tip-off of the Denver Nuggets season. Jake, thanks.
Of course. I can't wait. And Jamal Murray this summer wasn't having that horrible Olympics like last summer, so maybe he's just in a better space. And some of the videos we've seen of him, he seems a lot happier.
All right, we'll see what it looks like here very shortly. Thanks for being here with us. Thanks for Dante and Drew behind the glass. We're going to step aside. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Have the Broncos already revealed a troubling trend in the first month of the season?
Get the Broncos in a close game and they'll beat themselves. Broncos will Bronco eventually.
They haven't been able to close out games, and that's what good teams do. Good teams find ways to win both of those games, and then you're sitting at 3-0. It's frustrating because you look up and you look at where you could have been, and now what do you have in front of you?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
To the 20, to the 10, touchdown! Broncos country, football is back. That means summer is officially over, and it's all about the game days now. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you got to get there on time and in style. Speaking of getting to the Denver Bronco games, you can get up to 30% off of your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for the entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Mention that code PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. So what I'm trying to tell you is let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle all the traffic and parking and let them get you to and from the game safely so you can focus on the important stuff, like making as many memories as possible and watching your team stack those wins. All you have to do is call Hermes Worldwide today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, give them a call at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Done right kitchens, baths, counters and floors, finished basements, windows and doors. Our 8% scheduling incentive and bank financing to ask about make a great time to call 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
CU fans, keep your fix going with Denver Sports CU Football Post-Game Recap. Available every home game exclusively on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. Family driven for over 100 years.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Breaking Benjamin. And 3 Days Grace. Live. September 25th at Fiddler's Green Amphitheater with special guest Return to Dust. Get tickets now at fiddlersgreenamp.com. Don't miss Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace, produced by AEG Presents.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money?